soldier. Give me space and I'm in a good place. Very serious, mysterious, mind makes right. In for the fight. Starlight out on starlight out on starlight out on cosmic soldier. Give me space and I'm in a good place. Very serious, mysterious, I makes right. In for the fight. Starlight out on. Starlight out on.
Well, hello everybody. Chuck is here with me, but he's in the back. He had to go take care of his dog. I think the link is pinned if anybody wants to join. Today is just going to be a chill stream because there's been a lot of fuck shit in the YouTube sphere. And I don't want to deal with much bullshit today. And if it comes, it comes, but I'm not going to encourage it. I do want to talk to Dennison because apparently he had a conversation about me on 10th Man's. What's up, Grid? But aside from that, that's just everything else is just bullshit. So I'm doing a chill stream. Me and Speakeasy still down to fight on the 4th of July. So as far as I know, that's still going down. So all the drama aside today, how was everybody doing out there in La La Land? I know one thing. I am very tired. Very tired. Very tired. I didn't know he changed his mind. Oh no, you got the crud? That's sad. I'm sorry, Grid. What's up, Chaos Queen? How you doing? What's up, Lindsay? He changed his mind on the venue. He wants me to come to Canada, but he already agreed to come to Georgia. So, apparently he's pulled this shit before with a bunch of other people. Don't know because my beefs are my own. I don't need any help fighting them if I have them, and most of the time I don't have them with people. So I can't really talk on that. I've just had people come out of the woodwork since Speakeasy, since this became like public. Not public, but since people's been talking about it more over the last few days, I've had people come and say, well, he tried to fight Glenn Lawrence, and that never played out. He's tried to fight Resto, that never played out. And a few people's told me he's pulled the same bullshit before, so I genuinely, I don't know. I'm down to fight anybody. I think it's fun. I think that shit fun. Win or lose, I just like to hit people. Maybe if I lose and I get beat so badly, I guess maybe that'll change. But right as it stands right now, I'm just ready, waiting, and giddy. So I don't know. I think it'll be funny if he backs down. But like I said, I'm gonna hold his feet to the fire. And I'm not going to give him or his wife my personal details because his wife is the one who does the doxing for him. That way he can keep his hands clean. So why me plus 3? He's not made that offer. He said he'd reimburse me, and I don't have the money to put that down right now. I'm trying to rebuild a house. The email said he would reimburse me, but he also agreed to come to Georgia. And I'm not gonna waste my time on somebody that's gonna change like that. I mean, I'm gonna grift off of it for sure. Why would he wanna fly me and 3 other people out? That's weird. If you're naked, it's technically not still a fight. What's good, Ashtray? What's up, good Airport Chatter King? What's up, Cynthia? Miss Cynthia, you should join. Anybody can join. Yeah, but like the email, I'll open up the email and we can read them again. Or I'll read them verbatim. It doesn't make any sense to me. But like I said, he agreed to Georgia, and I think that's where it should take place. I thought somebody else said they wanted to get in on one, but they never replied back. Why can't you see the other chatters? That's because you're in the vertical, and I posted the link to the horizontal for you, so it should have popped up. But you and Grid are both in the vertical, so I'm doing the multi-stream. But yeah, he accuses me of wanting to change things. I mean, I agreed to fight him either or, my backyard or a boxing ring. So nothing changed. I'm just not gonna give him my address and everything. If he actually shows that he bought tickets to Hartfield Jackson on the July 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, then that might change. What's up, Miss Cynthia?
Chillin'.
He accuses me, says, if you want to change things, and I didn't change things, how about I will pay all your expenses that you can prove it cost you to come here, that I can prove that it costs. That means I have to pay them first. Here to Muskogee, Ontario. My brother owns a gym. I don't need to wait for confirmation. So if you want to come to Canada, since you want to hide yourself until the day it works out for me, this is my last offer. Other than that, just hold the L for backing out. He wants to be able to say that because I won't let him pay for my trip, I'm backing out. No, you agreed to Georgia. And I think the reason that he's backing down mainly, and this is me being charitable to Speakeasy. I think the reason he's backing down is he has some trouble based off what Trippy was saying over at Flows.
That
was wild.
Well, he read your email on his stream, and it came from that night, that stream. Did you see that?
I don't watch him.
Oh, yeah. He read your email, and then, I don't know, the way he interpreted it was complete bullshit.
Well, it's because he's looking for a reason to back out. He doesn't want to back down to where he knows that people are going to call him out. But he's wanted to fight me, Glenn Lawrence, Trippy, Adonis Paul, Resto, and it's never manifested because he's a bitch. I'm trying to be charitable and kind because I want to be a better person. Yeah. And me being charitable to him is assuming the reason he wants to wait until July is because he ran into some visa trouble for overstaying his visa. I don't actually know that. Oh, apparently Lindsay says he wanted to fight Flo too.
Everybody wants to fight Flo.
I outright told Flo, I love you to death, bro, and I want to meet up and have some fun if you ever do some streamer shit. But when I meet you, be prepared because I'm punching you in your fucking face.
You think you're just gonna get him in the nose or like the eye?
I'm gonna see. Here's the thing, right?
Mhm.
You throw one punch and it's a fight, so you got to be prepared for the follow up. So
Gotcha.
I mean, and I don't think Flo's a bitch, so of course he's gonna try to hit me back.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Oh yeah,
So
Flo.
like I said, we've joked and laughed about that, and I like Flo. So imagine how much I'm willing to do to somebody I don't like.
Indeed.
Now, I just say that I say that mainly because he's mean and calls me gay.
Well, Flo has his own certain.
Ashton with the Cashapp. Appreciate you, Ashton. Ashton says, "Stay easy, breezy." Thank you, Ashton. I appreciate it, broski.
What else you got planned for tonight on your chill stream?
Just chilling and talking. I'm hoping Dennison will pop up because he had a conversation. I was told he had a conversation about me at tents.
Oh yeah, oh, that guy.
What?
Just him in general.
Dennison or Tempin?
10th man.
Oh. Well, I don't have a problem with Tent. Like, I mean, I've never hated or disliked Tent. I just don't like his ways. And I think he tries to be the victim, and that's it. That's my only issue with him.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just the whole I'm a gay witch, the whole witch part. I'm like, well, that doesn't seem nice. Just seems.
Well, it's what he and this is the last I'm gonna say on 10th because 10th I've been reflecting on it and I still haven't made my decision as far as it goes now. 10th is still not allowed up here, so I don't talk shit on people when they're not allowed to come to defend themselves.
Gotcha. Then
So
say no more.
So like, yeah, I'm just not gonna talk shit on 10th. I don't have nothing against the guy, and I think he does. I think what he does for attention and clout, and he openly admits that as is.
I think Chuck's back there.
Okay, what's up, Chuck?
Chuck. Mic check, Chuck. Mic check.
Well, it might help if I unmute it. There we go.
That helps. You can.
Is that you, Josh?
I was rushing.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh boy.
I came up here to talk shit about people that can't talk
Oh,
back.
Yeah.
Easton says, "Do you believe what Charlie Kirk was right about what he says?" I mean, be specific. Charlie Kirk was right about some stuff, wrong about some stuff, willingly wrong about other things.
Yep.
Growling Arachnid says, "Yes, you do." No, I don't. How about that? What's up, Thumpin' Weevil? How you doing, darling? What's up, Ruck Dog?
Bro. It's a chill stream.
I mean, it can be a wild stream if you want it to be. I don't care. I'm just attempting to have a chill stream.
It's Friday night.
You know that ain't gonna happen.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night. If we ain't having a good scrap, right? Like it's just not a typical Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Friday.
This could be a trip to the local bar. We should all be half drunk, and we should have a bar brawl.
Cashapp party.
Is it me or is the audio a little wonky from him?
My audio is always wonky.
Yeah, because he's wonky. Because he's a ghost.
Yeah, because I have yet to go and buy a decent microphone. That's the problem.
That's horrible. In the afterlife, you don't even have a decent microphone. That's wild.
Pretty much. To be fair, in this afterlife, everything is made in China.
That's just that's just life in general.
Right?
Pre, after, during.
I thought I was pretty sure that this was hell.
Well, you
in China.
I think it could get worse for sure.
See, I don't know about that. To be honest with you, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, about the time I start evaluating shit, right? I don't know. I start getting a feeling that things can't really get much worse. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Chinese products could disappear and you'd have nothing. Maybe that's worse. Well,
Well,
I don't have a decent microphone anyway, so like, I mean, technically, I would be in that worse position.
Fair. Fair enough.
I also found out that American phones here in Southeast Asia, little bit wonky.
do you really have to think about that, Josh? It's not that complicated.
I can't figure out why that's the case. The network, the cellular network system is all wonky when it comes down to your local phone, probably because they've got some kind of tracking system here. It's just weird.
So I found
And,
out I meant to do something
Ooh.
yesterday, but there was some stupid shit that was going on all day or for a while yesterday.
Well, it wasn't completely stupid. Some things did get aired out.
But what did I miss? Well, I obviously the stream.
Nothing. It wasn't on stream. Don't worry about it. Anyway, some stupid shit happened almost all day yesterday, or for a while yesterday, and I never got around to it. But apparently, yesterday was my channel birthday from like the first time I posted a video or went live.
I saw that.
So that's kind of cool.
And you didn't stream?
Yeah, it was kind of dumb on my part, but I was trying to get that shit fixed. And like I said, there ain't no need in talking about it because it happened private.
So is it on a 1 year birthday? Is it 1 year on YouTube, or is it like dogs, like 7 years?
1 year. It's officially 1 year since I started posting videos. My channel, as I believe, is a year older than that. But they count. I guess they count it from when you first start promoting. When you first start creating content. But it does feel like a fucking
10 years.
It feels like it's been a million years.
I know. I know that feeling.
I'm finally like, there's some things from my personal life I'm starting to heal from, and there's some negative consequences from that because I'm getting my attitude back.
Big guy.
And I don't give a fuck anymore either. And like the more I work out, like I've cut sugar completely almost out. Like the only sugar I intake is like sugar that is like naturally in something that you make or eat. Like I don't drink soda anymore. I think the only thing that I drink with soda is with sugar in it is like Powerades.
The hell is wrong with you?
Because
why are you?
I drink a shit ton of water.
Why are you doing this to yourself? My old lady's putting me through this like 5-day purge bullshit.
Because Josh, while I've always been fat, I used to be a fucking unit, and I used to be able to pick up anything, carry anything, and I felt my muscles atrophy. I felt myself becoming more prone to bitch ass nigga syndrome and feelings, and that shit's gay. And sugar is responsible for producing more estrogen as well as being fat. And I miss being able to carry around 350 pounds like it was fucking nothing. I miss being able to break people's fucking teeth. So, I'm genuinely pissed the fuck off.
How is it I'm in the reverse position? I don't get it. Like, I'm a scrawny little fucker. I'm like 3 days into this little purge, right? And now I'm a moody little bitch, right? Like, I come home and cry like
you're always a moody little woman.
Oh man, I come home. I want my coffee. Do I get my coffee? Fuck no. Why? Because
you can drink coffee. You can drink coffee without sugar. I've always seen sugar as the enemy, but I've always had a sweet tooth, so it's kind of been a scale. Like I make a gallon of tea. I put 1 cup of sugar in it. But then over the course of 2 days, I'll drink that whole fucking gallon myself.
I'm in one of those like weird chemical purges, right? So ain't no coffee. That's a chemical.
You can super chat, Lindsay. I'm monetized. If you're talking to me,
I don't know how the hell you're doing because like I feel like I have less energy. Which
I feel like I have more, but that's because I've always had a protein high diet.
That could be the case, right? Like there's nothing much but dog meat.
Oh no, my gut feels like it's shrinking. My muscles are already coming back. Like they're thick as fuck, especially in the arms. And like the only problem that I can't get over is the sleep, because I'm crashing out on the floor and I sleep so much. Jesus Christ!
What up, Ike? Shout out.
Thank you, Ike. Keep it up, OG. Happy anniversary. Here is an eggplants. And let's get some eggplants for Ike.
Do not get that white man some eggplants, right? Like, because this fucker's like rocking both sides of the world. I've seen his old lady. She's fucking cute as shit. Like, she's cute.
Thank you for dropping by, Ike. Ike is a very busy man. Let's get some eggplants for Ike. Let's say thank you for Ike. Appreciate you.
A 12-incher.
With that white privilege.
Yes, you may. But that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. And Ike is one of the bigger influences, especially when it comes to the my thinking on the Nietzschean spirit, I call it. Becoming the Ubermensch, trying to be the best man you can be. Because that dude is an absolute unit. Chuck is another person that I look to when it comes to emotional and having your shit together as well. I look up to Flo that way as well for the same reasons as when it comes to like knowing who to defend and whatnot. I also look at Rude Mudcrab like that, because Rude Mudcrab is also a very fucking like Nietzschean person. Yeah. Like
look, them fuckers are dead. Forget about all them old bastards.
But no, either way, like my muscles are coming back. I'm working out until failure every day, and I feel great. The only thing is, I feel like I'm sleeping too much because, for one, I sleep during the day when it's the hottest. Are there any women I look up to? Hell no. Yes, actually there are. That would be Lauren, first and foremost. This channel and the success that we've had would not be as big if it was not for Lauren. She has done a lot of work for the channel, and she has helped motivate me, and she's been there for me. The same thing with Miss D. And Miss D is the reason that I actually don't fuck with the little bit of drugs that I used to. The only thing I do is smoke weed now.
I remember.
I used to do some things I won't talk about, but I used to do whippets really bad. And I didn't even realize I was having a B12 deficiency until I talked to her. Let's see here. Miss Cynthia. I like Miss Cynthia. I like talking to Miss Cynthia about religion. I like her strength. And this is one of the things I also like about Chuck. The only issue that I have when it comes to Christianity in general is right now I'm having a crisis of faith, and I just don't want to talk about it to anybody. But I definitely look up to both of y'all for your faith. Let's see. And I'm talking about these are all organic women, as me and Kev say, as I stole it from Kev. That means biological women for those liberals. Let's see. That's about it. Like, and I'm talking about strictly online. I have a few women in real life that I look up to, but I can't mention for privacy reasons. And there's like no men in real life that I actually look up to, because either they're all dead or like their influence no longer exists, and the rest of them are just like pieces of shit. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it on the who I look up to. But yeah, no, I'm actually really good at reading people. I usually talk too much, but when I'm reading people, like I'll never really tell people what I actually think about them, unless I'm talking about me looking up to them, because I would rather read people and know what the fuck is going on for myself than start a bunch of shit, you know? But now Now, as far as friends that I like fucking with, those people are also there. But then you got Josh, Ruckdog, Kev. Kev is another person I actually do look up to. I have to admit that, because Kev, no matter how annoying a situation, Kev is always a great smile and a great laugh. And there's been times, even dealing with me, that he's probably wanted to cuss me the fuck out. But instead of being a douchebag, Kev's always been like just having fun and being a real one for the homies. So yeah, I have to add Kev to that list. You genuinely, Ashton, you remind me a lot of my cousin with the same name, right? I believe there's a lot of power in names. So, like, genuinely, I think that you're a goofball that is trying to be a good person, right? You may have some fuck shit going on. You may even have done some fuck shit, but you don't intentionally want to hurt anybody. You want to have a good time. You want to be part of the group. You want to laugh. And you just want to chill. That's how I think so far. I mean, me and you've only really talked on these panels and interacted in chat. So if I haven't talked to you in person, there's no way I can get a good read on your character. But so far, that's what I see. You know? Now, somebody that I consider a good friend is Josh. Right? I like Josh. Josh is a good friend. I don't care what nobody says about him.
Get off my dick.
Josh has always been a real one.
Joe Cool. I consider Joe Cool a friend.
I like Joe Cool. We're too diametrically opposed though. Like I love Joe Cool to death. I wish him the best. There are parts of him that I look up to. Like I hope that when I get older, I can have the balls and strength and will to keep doing what I believe in. Because like, and I mentioned like bitch ass nigga syndrome, right? Like I mentioned it, because I could feel it coming for me, and I feel like all men struggle against it, right? And sometimes it has more of a hold on others, and I feel like it's something that we're always facing because. Let's be honest, bitch ass nigga syndrome is nothing but stagnation plus bitching, right?
Yeah. See, that was getting personal, right? Because that's kind of where I feel like I am this week. It's just bitch ass.
Well, then you need to start work. You need to start working out, fucking more, doing whatever you can do to pump up testosterone. I mean, if it takes getting punched in the fucking mouth.
There's a little 2-foot cock blocker running around the house that kind of like kills your sex life.
Oh my
God. Go put him to bed. Look, go
putting him in the bed. Need to like find a damn room to lock his ass in.
Throw his ass outside like my parents did me when they wanted to smash.
I want to, but the old lady's like, no, we can't let him run the streets alone.
What are my thoughts on Moose? So I'll sum up my thoughts on most of the people in the panelverse, whether they're chatters or panelists, right? My thought on people like Moose, Landry, Gabe. There's that one that's in Dusty's chat that's always trying to shoot shade at me. My thoughts on them are all the same. Fuck them. They're irrelevant. I know your name. It's unimportant. Like I don't care. I don't care about them. They're not building me up as a person. They are the opposition. They are to be overcame and defeated or ignored. That's it. That's just how it is. If I can't have a conversation without you being a shady little bastard and being a bitch ass nigga, you ain't shit to me. If you don't build me up, then I have no use for you. And I expect every person, even the people I named, to have that same mentality about me, because that's one of the biggest issues that I've ran into in real life, the internet, is there's a bunch of energy vampire fucking useless motherfuckers that ain't really got shit for nobody, not even themselves, and it's fucking useless. Now, I've also met some good ass fucking people that'll take care of you, that'll nurture any creativity, any strength, any intelligence that you have. And that's kind of the same in real life. Like, you gotta have wherewithal, and it takes a lot of struggle and sadness to actually find those people and develop those skills to see people for what they are. Right? And just because somebody has a bad reputation or people talk shit on them does not mean that they are a bad person. Josh. Josh is actually a good person and a good friend to me. Josh has never done anything wrong.
Fucking bullshit vicious lies.
Josh is
I'm an asshole. We all know it.
Ops keep it sharp. The comfort zone is dangerous. That is so true, Kat. That's what I'm getting at. And you know, I was watching you on Emmett. I went in there, and I guess because the stuff was speak, Emmett was like, I don't really want to mix crowds too much. But you was talking about you listening to thug, gangster rap and drill, and I was like, damn, Kat, them black sheep influencing you.
Oh, it's all crap. All that music.
I like some gangster rap. I like a little bit of everything. I try to find the good in everything instead of just saying that shit. Now there are some songs and some artists that are just fucking garbage. But the more like I'm starting to try the more that I better myself. And the stronger I get, the more that I have to keep that instead of being a round figure, I have to become well-rounded, metaphorically, instead of being a well-rounded, literally. So
there you go.
I've been studying Confucianism, and the more that I dive into that, the more that I'm going to go back into studying Christianity, because I can never, that whole quote, you principalities of the air and things that you don't really understand and beware of false doctrines, that goes, because make no mistake, right? Just because I don't want to talk about God or I don't want to be talked to about God, like I still believe in God. I still believe God is all powerful. I still believe Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. I have a crisis of faith where I feel like I'm not good enough just as a person, or I'm not doing something, and there is no teaching from God. It's kind of like I'm on my own. So that's where I'm coming from. So like, I'm in survival, and that kind of played out with what I said on Flows the other day, because if God doesn't have my back, right, then I'm out here alone, and it's a survival of the fucking fittest, and it's either I told the judge it was him or me, you know, it's not going to be me, and that's my mentality. That's always been my mentality, and unfortunately, people are just seeing the scumbags start to come back out because of the shit I'm in, and I don't want that to happen. But at the same time, fuck it. Maybe the little devil needs to be around. That makes sense. But enough about me. Let's hear about y'all. How have y'all been doing today, Miss Cynthia, Josh, Chuck? How was y'all doing today?
I'm chilling. I'm rearranging my studio. Have it chaotic right now, and I've decided now's a good time to quit.
Quit what? Quit what, Cynthia?
Quit rearranging it. And so I'll just sit in this chaos for 24 hours.
This is about the third or fourth time you've done this.
I know, because I don't like this place, but
is that you, Ashtray?
And we've been playing phone tag with Cynthia, so my apologies.
Well, I was reaching out to you to see if I should do my Lent series, but I'm already in the midst of it, so I hope your answer wouldn't have been, "Oh, girl, don't do it."
Ashton, is that you?
Yeah, that's me. I didn't want to cut them off.
Okay. Go ahead, Miss Cynthia. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, darling.
No worries. It's fine, Chuck. We'll talk.
I caught you. You're fine.
Okay, yeah.
So one of the things that I want to get in the habit of doing is I want to grow things. And I'm not saying things because I'm talking about weed or something like that. No. Like, I'm looking for plants that I can grow, like tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelons, that sort of things, but I don't want to do those. Like, I want to do things that are like actually, like I want to do an actual like cherry blossom bonsai tree,
Oh man, I was thinking.
And well, I had seeds for one before the fire. Is that you, Lindsay?
Yeah.
I feel I'm studying. I'm also studying Bushido and other things. And one of the things that I learned from, and I didn't tell me this personally. I picked it up. I picked up from some of the things he was saying, and I'm not going to put words in his mouth. But it sounded like to me, like even if you're broke, sometimes you need to invest in things that other people would see as frivolous, but something that ultimately teaches you skills and helps build like good habits. And I feel like taking care of a bonsai tree, taking care of Tucker, doing what I need to do, I feel like those build good habits and are good training for future endeavors. Right.
I had a bonsai for 3 years, and I still think about it when it died. I still think about it.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm gonna plant it in what is my old front yard. And because the water and everything shut off, like I have to do more to take care of the stuff that I plant over there until the rebuild happens and I can get everything cut back on. But I feel like it'd be a good training exercise. Oh shit, we got a newcomer, but he's been in the chat. Is that you, Craig Baby?
Yes, sir, that is.
What's up, Craig Baby? Go. How are you, brother? Again, Matt, I'm glad you're on panel. Welcome to the show. It was fun as fuck at Chuck's that night with the jokes.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I've been running on everybody's channel lately. Just let my face be known.
Well, it's good to have you. Good to have new people entering the panel verse. It is awesome. And this dude is one of the funniest. We were cracking uncouth racial jokes, and somebody said something about how does every white guy begin telling a racist joke? By looking over his shoulder. And Crack Baby was in chat like, I got you, surprise, black guy. And I'm like, that is fucking funny.
Hey, OG, I just came up to say happy belated birthday for your channel.
Well, thank you, Ashton. What's up, God's favorite ant? How are you? I see you're over there in the vertical. There should be a link to the horizontal if you want to join chat. If you're not seeing chatters, but
I'm going to say this one thing, and I won't say no more, OG. And you can hate me if you want. God doesn't leave us; we leave God.
Amen, Chuck.
Yes.
Exactly.
I want to believe that.
Ooh.
I want to believe that, but there are several passages in the Bible that say otherwise.
Fuck,
That's
I'm
why
not even talking about the Bible.
I want to follow up on that, Chuck. But
let's be real.
You kind of
Let's be real. Oh, sorry.
You kind of indicated that you don't want to talk about it anymore. Because I was thinking about something. It's a little bit of synchronicity. I was thinking about something relatively to deal with that, and I wanted to run something by you if we can. I know it's a chill stream. It's not contentious. It's just a thought about evil. Somewhat related.
Darling, I'm always chill under pressure, so I'm always actually chill. It's actually very rare for me to get mad. See, the fucked up thing is if people see me mad or see me crack, it means I actually care about them. So it's kind of like not oxymoronic, but kind of like the opposite of how it should be. Like if you see me crack and get mad, that means I care about you, and it's fucking weird. Most of you will not. Most of you will actually never see me get really actual, honest to God, angry. So it's always a chill stream as long as I'm here. So if we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. You have the floor, and then I'm gonna give the floor to Crack Baby Go.
I like the chill streams. I was thinking about the concept of evil, if we're going to go on somewhat on the religious stuff, and then Cynthia and Chuck were amending each other, so I figured this is somewhat relevant. Okay, blah, 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 blah. I was thinking that we use the concept of evil. We almost anthropomorphize it. In fact, we do. I guess we turn it into a devil or a fallen angel or to some kind of solid tangent of something that you can relate to. But what if evil really is not these social constructs that we give it, but evil is just simply man's or woman's propensity to choose the easier, funner route? For example, evil can exist in making people feel bad. So either I choose to put Orthodox Guy down and tell him he's fat or whatever he was talking about at the beginning of his video. By the way, I love your new take on your body. Anyway, or I can say
that's always been my take. I've just been chronically depressed for 3 years. Like I used to be a unit.
Or I can try to get you down or make you feel bad somehow. Or I can just simply remain silent or only give you a compliment when it's sincere and not spread that hatred around. So what if you could just think of the concept of evil as spreading that hatred around, giving into it, not resisting that impulse to hurt somebody?
I'll answer that. Give me 1 second. Hello, Miss Snow. How are you doing today, beautiful? But so Lindsay, that actually is a part of evil, right? So you have the spirit of evil or the energy of evil, and that would be the energy of evil. It'd be the putting people down, the trying to make yourself feel better by making other people feel worse type shit, right?
Why do you need the spirit of evil? Why do you need that?
Because there's always going to be this metaphysical force in nature that is negative and malicious, right? It just is. It exists. It exists, and I feel like it's really only something that is in tune with not sentient beings, but higher intelligences, like humans, maybe even dolphins, because I think dolphins know what they're doing. Yeah, I think they know what they're doing because they seek pleasure. Like once you become above base instinct, I think that the good and evil spirits in the universe, and I'm using spirit for lack of a better word, this energy, this way of thinking, this way of being, I think you engage with it. Mm-hmm. But evil. So you have passive and active evil, right? Passive evil is things that become social taboos for reasons. Right? So like, and you can bring yourself up if you want, broski.
Evil. I think I'm making myself clear because you're not answering it in the way that actually makes.
Yeah, you might want to rephrase it.
Yeah,
I'm answering it how I want to answer it. So let me roll with it. It's my show. Passive evil are things that you do that are like bad. They become social taboos, right? Like having a bunch of sex out of wedlock, right? Why is that bad? Well, you pass diseases, you hurt people mentally, and then you have active evil, which are things that are unequivocally evil. Child trafficking, murder, theft, those things. So the thing is, like, evil will always be around us. And I think that passive evil are things that people like fall into, be it depression. Active evil would be things that you have a choice to make, and that's where the battle is. If that makes sense.
It's parallel to what I'm saying. The question really I was asking, this is a metaphorical concept here, and I completely am in alignment with what you just said. But why do people have the need to take a metaphorical concept and anthropomorphize it or give it a figure or give it something that can be somewhat relatable and palpable and viable to
for understanding
when it's inside all of us?
Yeah, but it's completely understanding. It's so that we can understand it and we can express it.
That's why Jesus said, "With those with ears hear, and let those with eyes see." I mean, but everyone kind of forgets about the one part about God where sometimes he allows the devil to mess with us a little bit, and we can see that further in Job, where God was like, "Hey, have you seen my humble servant Job?" And it was a test for Job, but it was also to show the devil that, hey, Job still has faith no matter what he goes through. But it also shows the courtship within heaven that shows that the devil can come up there no matter what to say, hey, this is what I see is wrong. And if it's against the law as far as a sin, then yeah, the devil is permitted to mess with you. But there's only so far God will allow the devil to touch you. And you can clearly see that. And so most people don't think about that, to where sometimes God is testing us and we might not like the test, but sometimes we still have to endure the test to be strengthened.
But you see the distance it creates for when you're considering accountability and self-accountability. It's like that old saying, the devil made me do it. If you attribute it to this concept of a devil or Satan or whatever you want to call it, then you're furthering yourself from accountability. Do you
Um,
kind of understand what I'm getting at?
We have free will to do what we want. Yeah, we choose to do things, but we have a evil entity, a spiritual warfare that we can't see that is influencing our life too at the same time.
Indeed. And some people become so comfortable with doing the evil that they don't even see it as that anymore. It feels good to them. So how could this be evil? It feels good.
Yeah, because you gotta realize that like the spiritual world is like around us, but we can't see it. It's wave vibrations, it's light, it's everything. It's the thing that we just can't control or even comprehend to see because it can literally just break us down. We're not truly ready to see that.
Indeed.
Are you seeing yourself clearly when you attribute what you have done to a devil or an evil spirit or a demon, though? Are you truly reflecting of yourself?
Yeah, it's your intentions. Your character is revealed. This is who you are. You revealed yourself. Either whether you view it as evil or not, or good or whatever, your true intentions reveal itself.
Yeah, it's like I would just call it the shadow side of people.
But some people have that shadow side to control them because they love it. They enjoy it. It's seduced by it. It turns them on, in fact. So but how could this be bad? It feels good. I like it. How can this be bad? And that you got wrapped up in the shadow. They don't have a balance because they're so busy. They don't look at the other side.
Carl Jung even talked about having a shadow side and how you got to merge the two.
Yeah, the yin and the yang is all over. Like you can see it everywhere.
Here's a thing I'm going to read. I don't know if it's going to make any sense, and I'll try to make sense out of it. It's kind of short. It says, if a mere code of morals or a better philosophy of life were sufficient to overcome addictions, many of us would have recovered long ago. But we found that such codes and philosophies did not save us, no matter how much we tried. We could wish to be moral. We could wish to be philosophically comforted. In fact, we could will all these things with all of our might, but the needed power wasn't there. Our human resources, as marshaled by the will, were not sufficient. They failed utterly. Lack of power was our dilemma. We had to find a power by which we could live, and it had to be a power greater than ourselves.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people don't want to let go of power.
People call that crap weak. You can live by philosophy. You can live by sheer determination of the will. But for someone like me, that didn't work because my best thinking got me in all my trouble.
Sometimes I would try to argue. Oh, go ahead, you two. I see you.
Okay, hold on, wait. No, I saw somebody came up that I didn't recognize, and they left when I was going to do the security check. Go ahead.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just eating dinner, y'all. So I'm sorry if I'm being quiet.
Okay.
What's his name?
I want to wax philosophical just a little bit, based on the things that people are saying that are making sense to me, and that you're sort of agreeing with, OG. Then I would say your fight with easy would be giving into the dark side. I could argue that based on the conversation we're having. But who's to say sometimes giving into the darker notions, whether it's just simple, like as choosing fries instead of an apple. I mean, from the small to the huge, killing someone. Why do we say some of these things are okay and some of them aren't? If dark is dark, it's not so simple. And why are we staying away from these dark impulses when someone clearly deserves a beating, or someone clearly deserves their food taken away from them, or whatever it is? All these dark thoughts that you have, who's to say they're not there for a good reason and that they can't be useful in some way? If we were thinking about this specifically in terms of you fighting easy,
Well, 1 second. 1 second. Is that you, Miss Snow?
Yeah, it's me. Here to listen.
And Flo was right. Little Sassy Pants is here. What's up?
Yeah.
What's up, Sassy?
What's your question?
Okay, I'm too long-winded. I realize
Yeah,
that.
I know, and it's hard to keep up. So what's your
Okay,
question?
I'll try to make it succinct. In light of what we've been talking about and not giving into that darker side of yourself, because we've defined that as being evil for this discussion purposes. Wouldn't Orthodox Guy's decision to fist fight easy be giving into that dark side or that shadow or that notion of evil?
Absolutely. Sometimes we got to walk through the valley of death.
And we're still
even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you're with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
But
That's
there
the thing.
are
Sometimes we got to choose
justifiable.
to walk
Oh, yes, I love it. But yeah, of course. Why wouldn't he? Why he's human? Why wouldn't he show rage or emotion or anger?
Y'all need Jesus. I, on the other hand, do not. Something dark side. Thank you very much, Ruck Dog.
Well, people
But some
who are
stuff is
religious,
justifiable.
people who are religious claim that you're supposed to be noble and fight those urges. And
Hold on now. Because even Jesus showed anger. He showed frustration because when he went to the temple and he seen how they was doing everything, he got furious and he grabbed the whip and he started tearing stuff out, letting animals out.
No.
And
My brother in Christ, he didn't grab a whip. He made a whip. He spent hours braiding a whip.
But my point is, he went there in intention to show destruction, and he even said, "You turned the house of prayer into a den of robbers."
Right.
He was furious and angry and showed hatred towards what they were doing in the Lord's house. So yes, that's justifiable times to use it.
Okay, Lindsay, I think so. Sometimes the issue becomes when you stay in that mode of anger. If OG was somebody who's like, man, I was in a fight today and we heard about the fight tomorrow and there was the fight, the issue would come if he stayed in that anger. When you say Christians are like, oh, you're supposed to be better, that doesn't mean we don't realize you fall. And we're not going to be like, oh, well, you can never be saved because you fell that one time. But
it's not actually a criticism of Orthodox, because what I'm trying to, the point specifically, I just made that example because he's talking about the fights and stuff.
I think like for what
wait
Cynthia was just saying, I'm sorry, like lasering in on like hate, right? Is that what you're saying? Like lasering in on something and then that's all you focus on?
No, not really, but it can be related to that. So go ahead.
Okay.
Well,
no.
It's going off of what Cynthia said.
Well, real quick, if I could interject, because I agree with Crack Baby Go in that when Jesus went to the temple, he wasn't doing it out of hate. He was doing it out of love. And sometimes you have to use that, quote, power to overpower the hate. And sometimes that looks strange, but it is an equalization in the material world of bringing that physical force to show that power, even though it looks like hate.
Do you see the underlining theme here is one of them is justification, and that we justify our actions according conveniently. We relate to the Bible when convenient, and to make it it's like a confirmation bias, sort of to make it meet our needs. So how are we supposed to be righteous and just and better? Because people like that "be better" phrase. If we justify all of these actions all the time, any one of us can justify it.
It's just narrative.
I would watch that.
Well, and I would watch justifying your own anger at other people that express themselves in other ways than you're used to. Just because I don't get up here and cupcake with motherfuckers doesn't mean I don't love them. Right. Just because.
Go ahead, my bad, Opera.
I would prefer cupcakes over love, for the record.
What were you going to say?
And that's a preference. And so when other people come up with other points of view, then
ladies and gentlemen, one at a time. El Perro has the floor. I'm going to go after that to answer Lindsay, Snow, and El Perro. You go ahead and finish what you were saying, El Perro.
And so And so again, just like with the level of love that Jesus showed in the square, the level of love doesn't have to be presented that same way from the origin. Just because I don't speak cupcake doesn't mean I don't love you. Because I speak so bluntly and boldly is my way of showing you love. I don't know any other way to do it.
So basically, the way I see it is we're all living a Luciferian existence, right? Do as thy will, because that's kind of how nature goes. Do what you need to do whatever.
Not as I do.
The thing is we have a justification for anything, good or bad. Humans need a justification, and I think that one of the tests in religions, for instance, Buddhism, Christianity, Shintoism, Islam, all of these things, is the if someone is trying to join, you can boot somebody down for $1 a minute. Minimum is $5. Thank you very much. Well, I guess we have a space open. Thank you for that. But I think that humans are justifying to themselves the things that their emotions and the things that they don't understand, and they're looking for permission. Instead of looking for permission, I think that we should do what we need to do and live our lives, right? Because I think a lot of people, especially religious people, they put a lot of thought into what's a sin and what's not a sin, when in the grand scheme of things, it's largely irrelevant. We know.
I want in.
Wait, what?
Hey, let me finish.
I'm listening.
When things are largely irrelevant, right? If you have to steal to survive, right? If you're hungry and your child's hungry and you steal, yeah, okay, thou shalt not steal is in the Ten Commandments. But don't you have a duty to your children to take care of them? And this is a hypothetical, obviously, because you can always go and find work. But in the moment, right? I think that's largely irrelevant whenever we have corporations that have stealed, murdered, and killed to get where they're at. They've ripped people off. They've destroyed these things. The thing is, in our society, religion, philosophy, and I say that for the atheists because it's just as true as for religious folks. Philosophy, religion, all of these morals and morality is used against us, against our base selves, against our families, and we sit down and we fucking take it and we listen. Meanwhile, our country is ran by pedophiles. Corporations destroy all the opportunities we have, and they sell us out to the highest fucking bidder. Everybody wants to argue bitch as a sin.
The lowest bidder.
Wow.
Yeah, that wasn't Lance that dropped, is it? Because she's definitely on point here.
Lindsay's still here.
You guys are comparing. I think y'all comparing OG fighting easy to fucking Jesus righteous anger. What are we doing here? My family is starving, and it's okay if your family is starving. Right? That's there is no, and Cynthia, I think yours was spur of the moment. If it's spur of the moment, blah blah, and then you get over it. Hold on, almost done. No, you hold on. All right.
Let him finish.
I'll take a second. This motherfucker, this ain't no spur of the moment shit. This is beef. These niggas been bicking and backing on some bogus internet bullshit forever. Who the fuck is gonna compare this shit to some Jesus righteous holy anger bullshit? What the fuck is y'all doing up here?
Not me, Joe.
Largely speaking, I don't give a fuck what anyone compares it to. I don't like the nigga and will fight him. Your morality, your philosophy, any of your religion means very little shit to me for right now. I just want to fight the guy. I don't need a moral code or a reason.
I wasn't arguing yours. I'll get on you about the do as thou wilt shit. I thought your argument was the worth. It just take months to argue your argument. But this one here that fucking sent and Perro is talking about like this is God's shit, and the other guy who was talking about Jesus even turned over the table.
Open discussion.
Well, let's make sure. Let's make sure I wasn't comparing anything. I was explaining the difference between the way people perceive the love and hate in their actions.
Yeah, that's all I was trying to say too. It's just the action wise.
People are kind of sharing their own.
Okay. Joe, for example, I could view the way Joe came up as evil. He came
little
up
sassy pants.
Exactly.
He came up with the chaos and the energy.
I would say it's more like when Jesus went into the temple.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Him fighting easy is equivalent to Jesus' righteous anger in the
No,
temple.
nobody said that. Nobody got that.
Yeah, they did kind of try to say that.
Well, I was saying that there might be.
And then, like you said, the whim and the spur of the moment, they also suggested, well, it's not evil if you just do it for a little while.
Yes, indeed.
If you get your evil done real quick and then you don't do it again for a little bit, then you're good.
All right.
I was saying that sometimes it's justifiable.
That's this moment, we have the moment. We were talking about a specific moment, right?
And when a motherfucker challenges you, it's justified. But again, I don't need your justifications. I don't need your philosophy. I don't need your religion. All of it's fucking stupid, and it's beneath us. Do what we fucking need to do, and just shut the fuck up. Because I'm not gonna have this continuous flow conversation where y'all come over here and talk about morality and shit. I don't care.
Your room, morality's done. Your room, nigga.
Morality
we'll cut that
is
shit
stupid.
out.
No, hold on, Joe. Joe, we're having a chill stream with just an exchange of ideas.
You're funny.
Nobody's preaching. I'm not taking it that way at all. I'm listening to different ideas and different opinions and different takes on the Bible versus, human behavior analysis and stuff. Nobody's throwing rocks here. We're just kind of listening and sharing ideas.
Yeah, and I only came up I only came up because I just got here and I heard Chuck talking about the power, and then Crack Baby said something about Jesus, and so I just wanted to explain the power of love and how it works, both cupcake.
Hey, I'll take my morality argument.
I've been here for 30 minutes and I've been listening to you guys, and I haven't even chatted.
I know.
I've been literally listening.
Well,
go ahead, Miss Snow. You got the floor.
No, I was just saying, let's get back to Lindsay and what she was just saying and how you were going to address what she said, because I thought it was a really good point.
I've already addressed it, and Joe
suggested three times.
You may think I'm just being a prick, but here's what I'm trying to say, right? I don't give a fuck about anybody's religion.
I wasn't even addressing you.
Morality.
I heard you all three times. I wasn't even addressing you. Right? I was addressing them.
It's irrelevant. It is a justification for what you want to do. And I'm saying humans, we need no justification. Do what you're going to fucking do if you can, and just shut the fuck up and accept the consequences.
Due respect. This is your room. All due respect. I understood. You don't have to keep interrupting to say the same shit verbatim.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one I'm talking to. There's 8 other people or 7 other people up here.
I know. I'm trying to ask these niggas about their morality angle, and you keep hopping.
Some say I'm the dreamer.
Yeah.
Well, he just said he didn't want to talk about morality. We were just talking about love and hate.
I'm not the
only one. He told Lindsay, let's address Lindsay's shit. And Lindsay's shit was morality and Christian shit, which is morality.
Okay, I'm 14. I'm 14 years old. Some guy comes up to me with the shovel and smacks me upside the head. Do I?
Yeah, because that's equivalent.
Do I turn the other cheek and let him smack me upside again, or do I take that shovel and smack him upside the head? What's
you take that that shovel and you drive it through him.
I have an alternative.
Wait, no. Not only that, I'm going to flip that on its head. Not only do you not turn the other cheek, if you see somebody coming at you with a weapon with malicious intent in their eyes, you either pick something up and smack them in the fucking throat with it, or you run it through them. That's the problem with morality arguments. We are fucking animals. Death is a part of reality.
Yeah.
Joe, will you please give me your ear for a second? Because you weren't here at the beginning when I came in and I said this concept of evil. Why do we need an anthropomorphic figure like a devil or a fallen angel or something to represent what this metaphorical concept is? And when we talked about that, we discovered that morality came into the picture. I didn't mean to make for this to all be about morality. I said, if you want to define evil, my definition does not necessarily match yours. I think it's in each one of us. I think it's the Jungian concept of the shadow. I think evil simply is the agency we have to choose the wrong thing because it's easy or it feels good or it's rewarded. It's for some other kind of superficial reason.
Still works for my argument, Lance. Still works. We choose evil.
One second. I'm not huffing and puffing and getting up.
This is not an argument.
Getting on my high horse telling people what to do. No one is here. We're just sharing.
Well, I'm not accusing you of that. You simply told.
I'm looking for the reason for your being upset or angry.
I don't think I'm upset. Because you niggas gaslight me. One, you literally said, I thought you Christians to Cynthia. And then when I say Christian shit, no one's talking about Christian shit. You literally said that. That's why I feel like you niggas trying to gaslight me. And then the other argument is, well, like he just used again.
Now
if someone's
niggas.
rushing you and attacking you, I'm sorry you're sensitive about that word, man. Not really though.
Joe, hold on. You're being a dick. I think you are intelligent. I think you're great. I'm glad you're here. Let's just have a discussion without offending each other.
This is a discussion. Didn't she just tell me about my check my word usage? And you didn't say shit. She talking about, oh, now we niggas.
All right, I'm not gonna
call
fight
her
with
nigga.
you.
I'm not fighting. You niggas fighting.
A little bit of K in there. That,
I'm just giving you my opinion. Well, that's my opinion. I'm arguing and shit, and you niggas have a different opinion, and you guys are. We're calm about it, Joe. I'm calm. I think my argument holds. Right? You're comparing it. The second part of what I was saying is when they use analogies, they use it like a motherfucker rushing you with a shovel or a gun. I think that's a false.
They use it as a cudgel.
Used intentionally on this panel right now.
Yeah, no, I agree with Joe. It's used as a cudgel to make a point, but it's done very nastily and without finesse.
I said it was.
What do you mean, like a cudgel?
What? That's why I said a cudgel, Denison.
I said it was a quote.
I noticed that you did.
Okay, what, Lindsay?
Go ahead. Just go ahead. I'm talking too much.
Joe, I was just making the point that you're human. Like, if somebody comes up and hits you on the side of the head with the shovel, of course your human reaction is going to be to hit them back, obviously. I'm speaking more so of if you're the person that wants to walk around and use the shovel on everybody, that is being in the evil. That's not okay.
No, look at what I told Ruck Dog, right? Because Ruck knew I was quoting Aleister Crowley, right? Oh no, wait. He said Aleister Crowley, do as thy will, right? And that this is my take.
That's also Epstein now. Shit too.
And
do as thy will.
That's the whole that's the trigger.
It's nature until you have the power to overcome your base desires or enforce your own will onto others. That's the whole thing about being human.
Yeah, overcoming your base desires. I would agree with that. Right. And if someone is telling you that, no, follow your base desires, they're probably being jerks at that moment.
Well, to deny our own impulses is to deny the very thing that makes us human.
Yeah, it is, and it's some of our goal. I think everybody up here tries to be. I know most of you cats, I can say for sure, are trying to be better people. I'm absolutely sure of it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think only OG is arguing that that's not a thing, and you don't have to be a better person.
The desire,
I think everybody shops too.
But the desires of some, their desire to be better isn't necessarily anything that we would have.
Okay, wait. So let me since Joe said that, because I'm literally trying to make myself a better person, and I tell people they should make themselves better all the time. Here's the thing, right? 90% of the time, you ain't gonna do shit in your own life. America ain't gonna do shit about Epstein.
More than 90.
People ain't gonna do shit. They're gonna sit around. They're gonna talk shit. You know what should be happening right now? There should be a bunch of motherfuckers lined up against the wall and shot. Who's on that list? You know what? You know, that's the thing. They ain't going to do it. So why? Here's the thing. When our elites and the people that rule us are doing as they will, and you motherfuckers sit here and pontificate upon the morality of killing pedophiles, fuck you. Do as you will. When I find you being a pedophile and you're within arm's reach of me, I'm going to break your fucking neck. I'm not going to care.
Is that why you beat evil easy up? Did I miss something? Is that what eases?
Well, his baby mama was a 15-year-old.
Whose?
Yeah,
That was deep, and then all of a sudden we got real artificial. So.
I thought it was because he was mouthing off to you and talking shit. I didn't think it
it's
was because
he
you
talks
wanted
shit
trying
about
to
my
rid the
family.
earth of yeah. See, that's what I thought it was.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Joe. There's not always some greater ambition or some greater cause. Sometimes I just want to punch a fucking faggot in the mouth.
That was clear. You weren't the one justifying it. They were. That's why I wasn't.
Okay. I thought you. I see this whole time. I thought you were saying I was justifying it.
The justification came when
whoever came up with the fucking temple shit, Jesus rushing the temple, and it's only evil. It's only evil if you do it 2 days in a row.
You're hot, Danny, real hot.
When I said something about the temple, I wasn't justifying evil at all. I was actually justifying on behalf of Orthodox guys, saying that he was in the right. I wasn't trying to compare nobody.
What we're saying.
The original question, what you guys are fighting over, is that I used the example of Orthodox fighting with Easy as an example potentially of something that could be, thought of as giving into your dark side. And then I justified your dark side or this concept of evil by saying that there are some cases in which it could be handy, necessary, perfectly understandable, whatever.
Well, you agree.
So that's where the justification came in from.
Times when they
and then somebody made the example, they took it from orthodox and Easy fighting to killing somebody or killing pedos, and now we're just coming up with all these random examples of why morality and what is evil and what isn't, and what is justified and what is okay.
I think, Lance, you're saying that you gave a bad example by using OG, but there is a time to.
I wanted
be
him to
violent
question
or whatever.
himself. I just wanted him to question himself. It wasn't that I was placing judgment on him. I wanted to hear what he had to say. Because by questioning himself, I was questioning myself too. Like, looking back at myself, I would say, why would I give in to those urges? Well, why would you point the fingers at somebody else too?
I'm just saying the same exact shit, and I do believe that the Christian up here says it's evil of me to say what I just said, to question the guy's response to a motherfucker across in Canada making woofing threats over a phone line. And for me to question that is that time for your righteous anger. Sent accused me of hopping up here. I think Joe's evil, hopping up here saying evil shit.
Eve, you brought the evil energy. The whole entire room shifted when you came up here. It wasn't even what you were saying.
Is that you, Miss Snow?
It's the energy you brought with it.
Because the passive acceptance of brutality isn't evil in itself. It's only when you call it out righteously and angrily that becomes evil.
Then you're evil. We're not here in that moment. We're having a conversation. It still shifted when he came up, regardless of what we're talking about.
It didn't
wasn't how I saw it.
Agree with you. I did not agree with what was on the table and currently. It doesn't make me evil.
I'm not saying you are evil. The evil energy came with you. The dark energy, the chaos. I understand that. I consider that dark. And
I know, because I think Dennison is right. When you wanted to hurt someone and all that, if someone hops up and says, don't do it, then yes, you say, fuck that shit. I want to beat his ass. That you're the bad guy here, not me.
What?
Okay.
What did you say?
That's where I want to speak up. Because a lot of the times, for reference, I'm just saying, like, Dokul, he does stick up for a lot of good, like, foundation situations and everything that's going on with the police, right? And that's what his core values are. Same with Cynthia. Cynthia is, like, very Christian. She wants to, like, maintain her core as far as, like, her belief system and what she values the most.
That's a good point.
So, what the only thing I can say is she felt like your energy when you came in was dark. But when you're coming in righteously, maybe she's not feeling your energy, but also you're not feeling her energy either because it's not on her level. So it is like such a fine line between what people think is good and bad, evil and, like bright and shiny. It's you can make anything that is dark shine and anything that is shiny dark.
You mean it's completely subjective?
It's exactly. I think you guys are trying
I
to make
agree.
dark shit shiny to make yourselves feel better because you
No,
guys are
But
angry.
I
no.
do think that helps after you've been through so much crap, Joe, and that speaks for you too. Like
What
you've gone
helps?
through so much to you speak in the way like you come in dark. So when you come in like that, automatically you come in kind of like if I just heard you, I would think you're the villain. But I know you,
Okay, I'm
right?
okay with that shit. I'm okay with that.
But that's
I'm
that
okay.
trauma. But that evilness
But I
isn't
don't think
even
it's
you, Joe.
trauma. I
It's
think that is
it's
growth.
that
I
hood
think that
trauma.
is maturity. I think that is wisdom. I think that is
When he
so.
called
comes
I think
in
that's
with that
it's
illuminating
called
light.
aggression,
advocating. It's called
He is
advocating for the
speaking
devil.
wisdom. Shush up. He is speaking wisdom upon another
Whoa.
level that we do not understand because he's already gone through that. That's his life. So who are
Right.
we to call him dark?
Right. He's gone
And
through hell, and that's what
oh
he's
my
doing.
God.
He's advocating for the devil. It's a great thing to do. It's like steel manning instead of straw manning. You can walk a guy off a cliff with his own ideas by doing the same thing. I
what in
love
my
how he does it.
verbiage? What in my verbiage or philosophy was wrong, or are you just saying I didn't like your vibe? Was there something I said that
Oh,
you
I
thought
loved your
was
vibe.
wrong?
Don't get that twisted.
Thank you. Don't get me horny and shit. No, stop it.
Every single time. I don't care what it is.
Pero, we're talking about shining up good things. Are you saying that what I was saying was evil?
No. What I'm
All right.
saying is that you present the opposite side, the opposing side that seems evil. That's why I pointed out the thing on power of love. Sometimes the power of love, most often, people see it as cupcaking, birthday parties, all the happy
100%.
joy. Whereas Jesus showed his love in the temple by throwing a fit of anger. And people would call that hate. No, I call that love. The actions were in an intent of love, not hatred.
Yeah. And y'all got to understand around here, I noticed that since I've been fucking around and, running around the streets and YouTube and all, leaving places. Here we do talk different. Everybody talks like, nigga, fuck you, bitch. It's just the way we talk, and it's normal to us. But I noticed that, it don't fly outside of, other areas. I'll be sitting out talking to a neighbor and the young man that's just say, bitch ass nigga, yo motherfucking ass. That's just normal conversation around here, man.
Whether you need
Maybe
to
that's
move.
what I'm
I don't think so. I'm in the right spot, Chuck. You should not. You should change your environment, and change yourself, change your environment.
It was a joke, Joe. It was a joke.
Joe, what do you think about the dichotomy of evil, which we were kind of touching on a little bit before? Evil is there for, I think the word was used for equalization.
Yeah, justified.
Whose side are you on, son?
Yin and yang, I think, is there's a time and place for everything.
Don't you love your country?
Do you believe in evil, Lindsay?
Not in the way that there's some kind of Satan on the can of tuna. He's the bad guy. Not to me, it's a very metaphysical thing, and like I described it before, I think the thoughts in themselves can be evil. I think there's a propensity to be evil in each individual, but that isn't represented to me by some devil. It's represented simply by doing the easy thing, doing what feels good in some certain situations where you shouldn't. That's my concept of it.
I think you got we have the same concept, except you don't have the what do they call it, sky god stuff behind it. But you're still saying that you should not be doing these things. You should know better, meaning
we
it's
do know
wrong.
better. Innately,
it's the two wolves.
Yeah.
Which one you feed? And I think that feeding, there is a time for violence, man, and God knows that.
Is that arrogance? Is it arrogance to think like how did you what do you base evil on? Like if you don't believe in God, what do you base it on? Like this is
nature will get you there. too. Even if you don't believe in God, you should learn at a young age that you shouldn't hurt motherfuckers. It doesn't help society. It is not beneficial for you. These things come through nature without God.
But do you learn to take care of like your elderly through nature? Do you learn
because you get old one day, you see someone old that you love, someone helping them, and you would learn through nature that it's only right that I help another motherfucker because I want to help. Even without God, you learn that part too.
Do unto others.
Yeah.
So I have a question now. Like, what do you
Gentiles
think about?
People would justify doing things. Oh, my kids were hungry and she has more than enough. Like OG was like, it's okay to take from stores and big boxes.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So it's
too.
easy to justify you doing something that
It's not a justification. Here's the problem with Christians right now, right? It's not a justification, Miss Cynthia. The simple fact of the matter is, we Christians, we try our best to live to certain fucking rules that get us fucking slaughtered, get us fucking abused, da. We literally cannot have fucking families in a traditional sense because of the corporatization of America. Fight back or just let it happen.
And King James Version Romans 2:14 tells us, and this is the thing that I think Joe is expressing when he talks about the nature of things. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by the nature things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves. In other words, they're agreeing with the nature and the law, because that's what the law is derived on, is your own nature.
We agree, Para.
well, the law of the nature, but they're fulfilling the righteous law. And that whole entire chapter goes on to say that they fulfilled the righteousness of being righteous before they knew the law of righteousness. It was on them. But now people up here, and I'm just speaking in general, are like, but no, they've been doing this for so long. It's okay for us to do it to them now.
Yes.
And Christians who, it's time for us not to get abused anymore. And that completely goes against the righteousness of the Lord, which that chapter happens to be discussing and happens to be my Bible study this year. We're only in 4. We're only in 4. So if you want to have more conversations, we can.
Maybe you should ask yourself.
Snow, turn up your voice.
Maybe you should ask yourself: Is it righteous? Is it the Lord's righteousness, or is it self-righteousness? Because there is nothing righteous about willingly getting beaten down because you refuse to fight because you think you'll be a better fucking person for it.
I don't think no one's suggesting that at all. I think you're giving a false equivalency because it's easier that way. How about we give a better analogy?
How is it a false equivalency?
I'm about to say how, because really ain't nobody you're like, if someone's about to fight you and all of that. That's not really the case. That nigga's in Canada. No one thinks that he's about to buy a ticket and come over. Those aren't really things. This is a nigga woofing on the phone before the internet. You know,
I don't give a. It's not.
So let's say that. Is it okay to kill
shit ain't even that big of a fucking
deal? Is it okay to beat a nigga when he woofing on the phone from Canada? Is what we should be asking ourselves, because that's what's happening.
I just find it the most difficult and challenging thing is to self-reflect about kind of the way that we are contradictory.
The problem is everybody's got opinions on shit that ain't got nothing to do with them.
And so it's not an attack. It's just simply something interesting to do.
Hey, excuse me if I did 1 second. I got some if I could say this without getting weird and emotional. Someone just texted me watching the stream. I did have a bad day today. My brother's cancer returned. It was clear 4 days ago. Now it's back massive. Lord. It's fucking hard day today. And maybe I'm angry about that. I'd had a very hard day.
I wonder if that's what I felt when you came
Joe,
up.
you got his first name, Joe?
Yep.
Joe. Yeah, that's my real name.
No. His. Your brother.
Samuel.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need.
He's the one in the wheelchair?
Well, we had him in a wheelchair once, and he bled to death. He just had his leg cut off, and it's he's not in a wheelchair. He ain't been standing up in a long time.
Okay.
It's
just
bad.
trying to keep track. I'm sorry.
And it's okay. And I'm sorry. And we will definitely we will lift him up in prayer if you want us to right now. You let me know.
I separately, not right now. But yes, I appreciate that. I got a lot of
That's
friends
why I
who
asked for the name.
that. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, can I read this?
Sorry,
I know
Joe.
y'all are tired of me reading.
I know you love him. I
Let's
would hate
go.
that happened to my
Let's got a sermon for us.
Yep. The first thing apparent was that the world and its people were often quite wrong. To conclude that others were wrong was as far as most of us ever get. The usual outcome was that people continued to wrong us and we stayed mad. Sometimes it was remorse, and then we were sore at ourselves. But the more we fought and tried to have it our own way, the worse things got. As in war, the victor only seemed to win. Our moments of triumph were short lived. It is plain that a life which includes deep resentment or anger leads only to futility and unhappiness. To the precise extent that we permit these, do we squander the hours that might have been worthwhile. But with us,
I
whose
love you,
hope
Chuck.
is the maintenance and the growth of spiritual experience, this business of resentment and anger and fear is infinitely grave. We found that it is fatal, for when harboring such feelings, we shut ourselves off from the sunlight of the spirit. The insanity returns and we do stupid things again.
Praise
And
God.
with us, it leads us to death. If we were to live, we had to be free of anger. The grouch and the brainstorm were not for us. They may be dubious luxury of normal men, but for us, these things are poison.
I love you. Thank you.
That's something I try to do so I don't put that video machine in my head where somebody
Clip that.
I use it wrong.
Yeah, I got it clipped in my head. He said that before, and that video starts replaying in your head. I ain't forgot that. You do not let that video play.
Chuck, question, sincere question. If you have to be free of something that is absolutely a natural emotion, how do you go about that? You said
to me, I get out on my knees and ask for help. Is how I do it, because I tried to do it by myself and I realized that my willpower, there's something bigger in this universe than me. That much I do know.
So and the only way is through God. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying God.
I asked you, is that what you're saying?
Through a power greater than myself.
Okay.
Yeah, they
is how I do it.
They specifically
There's a hack
don't
for that.
name
That's
God.
God.
And there's an old adage we all know: two heads are better than one. And just like any electrical component, if you have two sources of energy, then you double the power.
Accepting that you're not powerful enough is a hack for inserting something more powerful than you.
That's why I'm making a distinction.
Doesn't mean you're weak, though.
The thing about more powerful, the thing about more powerful is you have two power sources now. And that's the thing about not being alone. We cannot do this alone. So if you add one more head, now you have two thoughts that can possibly come up with multiple solutions. This is power.
Do you agree, Perro? Because this is my belief that I can do one thing alone, you can do one, but when me and you come together, especially in the name of something good, it doesn't double by two, it quadruples, right? It's more than two people could do what you come up with.
Right? It goes to that thing about the fish. You give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish, he learns to fish for himself for a lifetime. He learns how to feed himself for a lifetime. Not only that, but now, as Joe's talking, the exponential thing is that now he can pass that on to his children, to other neighbors, to other people. So it exponentiates. I agree.
Yeah, my man.
OG, are you here?
Yeah, what's up?
OG, I was listening to you a while ago and everything that you were saying about being a Christian, and I can sense your anger too. I will share with you. I used to have that same type of anger because, the Panelverse does not like Christians, and it really used to piss me off, right? And I was really mad. I'm like, what the hell, you got me out here God doing all of this. I get beat down every day. And then I remember like Jesus was beat down. Like he was actually crucified and he was Jesus. And he was doing way more quote unquote good works than I try to do. So I always thought to myself, like, if Jesus could beat down for doing what he did, me getting yelled at or getting a rough break in life,
right?
My Christianity is me picking up my cross and carrying it. And I looked at it differently. And Cynthia, I just shared that with you.
Don't forget the other disciples too, Cynthia. They went through the same type of shit Jesus did. I know they got horrible endings. The rest of them who chose to follow him did too.
Is John the Baptist the one that foretold his coming from in their mother's wombs? They knew each other. He got beheaded behind a $2 hooker.
Yes,
basically.
One of them got hung upside down. One got filleted. They met horrible ends. Chasing God and goodness.
Yeah. But we, as one who chooses that path,
you will be attacked and jumped.
And it will be. It's never promised or guaranteed to be peaceful.
And where does it say that you're not allowed to fight back?
Oh,
no one's saying that. I don't know.
Yeah, no one's saying that.
We're talking about that.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
No. I'm just telling you. I don't want you to have that. I'm just giving a different perspective of how I looked at it in the way I changed my thoughts. That's all.
That shit's horrible too, man. It causes sickness. I thought I was smart. And as a drug dealer, anybody fuck with my bread, the way I justify hurting them, I tell myself, well, they're taking food out of my kid's mouth. There can be, I can do anything if you try and take food from my kid. And I did horrible things with that dumbass justification for years.
Self-justification. Yes, sir, Joe.
And you don't,
every time.
Yeah. It's crazy. Because you don't even know what the other person's always going through. But even if you think you do, because even people come on here and they'll put on an act. You don't know.
But here's another, if I could, and this is a story I should not tell. I'm just going to tell a very brief part because you go to jail for shit like this. When I got out of that violent shit, there was a guy we wanted to get, and we had did horrible shit we did horrible shit. I can't even say, but we kept giving them a break, and we decided that was done. And when I say give them a break, it wasn't light shit. It was horrible shit, but we considered giving them a break. And we couldn't get him to come out the crib. Somebody found out where he lived. He was staying with his grandmama and the family. And when we went over there to do our harm, late night, blacked out with the black shit on and the face mask and shit, there were kids' toys. The porch was full of them. And I backed out with a nigga who I've done horrible shit with. And he couldn't. I'm like, nigga, I'm not doing this shit. And, that was the beginning of my turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
How was God doing for you what you couldn't do for yourself?
I prayed. I don't have no problem surrendering to that dude. My life got much better when I put it
to that dude. You say some cute stuff, and I don't mean that to be like a put down or demeaning.
And you guys know I love you all, right? Except for Chuck. I love all you fucks. I'm kidding, Chuck. I'm kidding. But you guys, that's another thing. All that bullshit niggas tell you, listen, ain't your real friend. It's on the internet. Bullshit. We touch each other. No homo, but you touch my soul all the fucking time, right?
I don't like any of y'all.
Guys are hurt when motherfuckers jumping y'all. I feel those things, man. We share a connection, I think.
This isn't even real life.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's the Matrix. We're in the Matrix.
Yeah, I agree. And I apologize if I got.
I hate you and you and you, and I hope nothing but the most horrible things happen to you.
One of y'all.
You're okay.
I'm not a one of y'all. I know each and every one of y'all will turn in a second, but it's
now forgive me while I go change.
Yeah, but hey, I have to come up. That doesn't define who I am, though. And that's
it doesn't define us either, right? It doesn't define us too. When someone falls up the square, which is I'm just count the shit with OG. He's young and emotional and shit. I know better. I don't really jump him and shit. The nigga, young. I went through all those shits. He's gonna go through it. I'm not gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know me in that 0.1%. That's all I take out of this. If you really want to get to know me beyond that 0.1%, it's got to be a physicality thing. You got to come face to face and get to have some real time with me. Otherwise, what you get here, you can interpret it any way you want. I can put it out any way I want, but you'll never understand it the same way. And I can tell this because, like I said earlier, my expression of love and being blunt and honest is different than most people are used to. And they carry that against me instead of holding it for me and being integral.
Pero, that would apply in real life as well. The same people, when they come upon you, if they don't have the same thing, if they present a fake energy or whatever, you still not going to accept them, whether on the internet or in real life. If a motherfucker ain't genuine, you still ain't going to accept them just because it's real life.
But the real growth comes from learning to love people as they are.
Agreed.
My biggest one is snaps. None of y'all love snaps. I was loving snaps, but
I love snaps.
Yeah, everybody.
I don't even know you, and I hate your guts.
I know.
I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Tomorrow, immediately, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Anyone need a cigarette?
I'm smoking already. Oh my God, something's weird.
Stop
Both
it.
you girls,
Stop it. Get a bowl,
man. Joe,
I smoke. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke because fucking snow and land's killing me out here.
I found this place that will mail shit to your house, Joe.
Still a threat? I don't know what.
What do you think I was doing? What do you think?
What we're talking about? What we're talking about, right? But that shit don't taste right.
I got you.
Different.
What do you think I was doing when I had cancer? You think I was up and about running around chasing? No, I had it mailed to me.
Yeah, but that shit's not right though. That shit's not right. That's starting to concern
what?
me.
Because you conform to regulations that have overregulated.
No. She's saying that with the quality that she gets through the mail was different. You probably got a better quality.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's just like going out to any street vendor. You got to find the right one.
Agreed.
So you've already got experience that you're not going to go back to him, right?
Right.
Well, no, they have a catalog. They have a whole entire catalog.
Oh, so you're going to go through the catalog and try them all and find out they're all shit.
Okay, so but you're right. There should be other ones.
Yeah, you know how weed is.
Exactly.
Man. You might have to try 12 before you find the right one.
Right, but people are going crazy for it. And I'm like, oh shit, they don't.
I communicated with a lot of people and went through 3 different people online and asked them questions. I put them through a poll of my own.
What questions did you ask? What questions? Let me get my notes out.
How long have you been doing business? How long have you been doing this? Really? Not under state licensure, but under reality. How long have you been actively growing? Oh, we don't grow. We get from somebody. Oh, sorry, you're off the list. I want somebody that has firsthand experience.
OG, you got a gift, OG. Check your what do you call it?
Cashapp?
No, when they send you something through that, it is not Cashapp.
Kofi?
Super something, whatever. Super chat.
Where do you see the super chat at?
IRS.
On my other phone. Maybe I'm back or something.
Somebody backstage.
Welcome to the show, Drew.
Yeah, my bad. Hello, everyone. It's been a bit.
I don't see any super chats other than Ike's.
Oh, that's the one I see. Maybe it's old.
See, Joe be smoking that good quality. That's that type of shit I need right there. Joe,
it's a lot of competition here. It's like 10 spots on one block here, right? The competition is strong here, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. Okay, all right. You know what? I'm gonna have to reach out to you, Wizard. I didn't even think about it like this, nor did I even think I could do this. And now that I think about it, why didn't I think about it? Yeah, you bring up some very good points. I'm gonna have to.
I mean, you gotta learn to take notes on everyone, Cynthia.
Yeah, I gotta take this back to the crew. And be like,
Damn, y'all got wild.
I think
I just got here. I don't know any context for any of this. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that bumping?
No, that's my buddy Drew. Lindsay said,
Okay.
"Here's the super chat." Thank you, Ms. Lindsay.
There you go. Joe was right. There is a super
He
chat
was right all along.
with his high ass.
Dun dun dun. He knew the future.
Yeah, Joe knew the future. That's how he is. That's how
That's
elevated.
that's that energy. That's that energy he came in with. He's manifesting.
Nah. I called you. You got mad too, Joe. I called you. I'm gonna catch you. That's because I love you. That's because I love you.
Man.
So y'all understand fundamentally what I'm getting at, though, right? I'm not
You're
just spinning the
in a
wheels.
battle right now. You're in a spiritual battle right now, and you got a lot of prayer warriors around you.
Cynthia totally understands your situation. I couldn't have
That's
said
what
it
I
better
got.
myself.
That's what I
God
got.
sent me here to take care of my young friend OG today.
Word. And to help you too, Joe.
Yes, you guys help me. I feel better.
You don't carry any burden alone.
And I am sorry to hear about your brother Joe. I will keep him in my prayers.
For 3 days, he just took the staples out, and then I took him to another hospital. He's healing so good. 3 days ago, we were like, great, because he's got other cancers and stuff we want to work on, and we couldn't because the leg was so fucked up. And the doctors finally gave it okay. 3 fucking days later, the shit's returned. It's already a massive lump, man. And and it's over where they cut it off there. What the fuck are we gonna do now? Fuck me.
That's not a good road. I've been down this road, Joe. It's hard.
I wish him
it's
the
a
best,
hard
man.
road.
Keep him in my prayers.
Thank you. Man.
Medicine's always just fucked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that proper control of your emotions, and I don't think fighting. I don't necessarily think like actually physically causing someone pain, especially if it's agreed upon fight. I don't think those are necessarily bad. It's when you go and you just make a life out of just hurting people,
right,
and being absolutely mean and cruel. I think that's when you get the issue. I don't think personally I'm doing anything wrong other than my faith being shattered.
Your faith
you're the spiritual battle, and you're the spiritual battle, and the greatest warriors go through it.
That will be your lot in life, OG. Motherfuckers, like they say, the right road is narrow. And anytime you say forgive someone, not that people are evil, but that demon, and I know some people don't even agree with that, intelligence, whatever you call it, that thing will jump into a weaker motherfucker and tell you, don't forgive him. Look at what he did to you. That's going to happen your entire fucking life. It'll never be easy trying to choose the right path and a different path.
Not a devil. Just that accountability thing.
Thank you. I get it. Thank you. I get it. I disagree too. I do think that there's an intelligence out there of good guys helping us. They hopped in you to talk to me today, and that's my belief anyway. And there are bad guys out here, and when you accept them, whether it be stealing drugs, whatever the thing, they get a hold of you. It becomes easier for them to take control. They take a residence in you, and then when you're around a good guy and they need a tool to use to pull him off his square, they like, I got 8 monkeys who he falls for this, or this chick's a slut. This is how I'm gonna get them. They're gonna hop in that person to try to stop you from advancing. I think that's a real thing too. That's what I say. Surround yourself with strong people, and who give you good counsel and all of that shit.
Be careful who you let feed off of you. That's another thing. People will come
more humans.
People will take your energy.
And be careful what energy you give a motherfucker, right? Like that's what it's all about, is us changing energy. Some people need negative energy. You know those people. We ain't got to say their names. They hop up here and hate to see pleasant and hate to get along and motherfuckers talking about, how are you doing? And they will try and bring the negative energy. They might not even know why they're doing it, man. But someone saw something positive going in, and we got to stop that positivity bullshit, man.
Yeah, they don't like that. Misery loves company.
Yes, ma'am.
And the way you believe in your God or Allah, whoever you believe in, that you believe good things, there are people who believe in the evil shit. Not to make it too abstract, but these Epsteins and Jay-Z's and shit. Jay-Z took his jacket off. It had on the inside, "Do as thou wilt," and all of that shit. Fucking Epstein. The name of his shit is Baal, his bank account. These niggas believe they have the practices where you don't have to do weird practices in order to join the group. People have different beliefs to you, the exact opposite. The way you think, I want to be a good person, they want to smash good.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how we have to define things as being either good or bad? I mean, can't we just give ourselves a break?
Well, my thing is, why not adopt do as thy will and fucking crush those people that are doing evil shit?
And really, what does that solve?
You're always the last ones to do it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you march a bunch of fucking pedophiles to the fucking wall.
Well, I see how you see it that way.
You got less pedophiles.
And I see how Joe could be that way. And I think back to those times when the Vikings were fighting, and not every warrior was on the battlefield. There were the priest and the people that called out the commands up on the hill. Like, everybody plays a different part in this fight. For me, I feel like teaching my community in my real life and what I can on here about, you don't have to submit to that type of power, because that's not
100%.
That's not really for you. Like, you're not going to like the outcome of it. It's not going to root good things for you.
When you become powerful too.
Testimony too of Cynthia actually doing that. She found out about somebody, and she was like investigating certain churches and stuff, and like she looked into somebody that was a pastor, and she found out about some kind of corrupt, nasty things, and she goes, you know what, I'm not going to go to that church. And she goes, just because of those things which were validated. But like, like that was some nefarious ass shit. Like, I think that nefariousness is different from being bad and good. Bad and good is so simplified because it's easily fixed.
So could
but
I
when
call
you're
nefarious
you
evil?
have something that is, there's a hidden agenda. There is money involved. That's some Charlie Kirk nonsense. And it is so deep and so dark that you shouldn't even get involved.
Ooh.
Right?
Right. But that doesn't mean they ain't gonna come for you, though. I don't mean, because they need everybody to feed up.
Too.
And
I'll come for you.
When you gain that power, when you chase God and all of that, you put yourself second and you put his word, message, and substitute just right. If God is not your thing, substitute whatever it is. When you gain that, it takes away their power because they feed on fear. They need you to be afraid when you walk up. I'm speaking about cops in my head, but all evil motherfuckers, they come in, they try to dominate you or whatever through the gate. And when they feed off of that shit. And when they say that to laugh, it just kills them. It takes all their strength away. But anytime you don't fear them, it was going to take that shit away. But to laugh at them, really, it just makes them run, bro.
Well, we've made reference to the Epstein files. Somebody that, and I don't know if this is true or not, but if it is true, it begs to differ. George W. Bush Jr. was not in the Epstein files. Really? That means that man was bombing the Middle East for the love of the game. Like, just the love of the game, bro.
No.
Name him.
No, he tried to kill my daddy.
There's a bigger game playing.
What the hell?
But the thing that I question when y'all keep saying, well, how come we don't need to call it good and evil? It's just what we do. Like, are you thinking about yourselves and this is why I do it, so it's not evil? Or are you thinking about how this action affects the community and society? Your part.
You can't always think about everybody else's feelings, though. Like, sometimes you got to think about the bigger picture. And then sometimes the bigger picture, it's different for everybody, especially here, because there's so many different personalities. There's so many agendas.
We don't even
serve
the same God.
Yeah.
We don't all serve the same God.
Nope. So it's different.
And there's there is an argument there, Cynthia, where it's ambiguous. So I didn't have a problem with whoever that was who said, don't call it whatever word we were using, because It's not ever going to be binary, right? What you think is your
That's what I
most
was saying, not Cynthia.
hard is what we call the most evil guys will be the ones, or hard times will be the ones who sharpen you most. So at the end of your journey, the ones
Yes,
who
you
benefited
guys
you the
have.
most, you were calling evil the
Thank
entire
you.
time.
Thank you.
So there's
I
People
some
love
appreciate.
nuance there.
binary thinking.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Whoa, no,
I
John,
appreciate every one of you guys on the internet
no,
because you guys have heart in
And
me. You guys want, I can tell
no.
you a testimony what happened at the
yeah.
grocery store and how I was able to hold myself because of what I've gone through on the
I'm
tunnelverse.
interested. How the fuck did it blow up at the grocery store where
Oh,
you had to control yourself? I'm already interested in the story. Yeah.
no, I'm so okay. So all the people that I really liked at the grocery store, they're gone. So they have a whole new implement of these. Oh, we're gonna follow policies and guidelines, and we're like going by the law. And like they have this new manager running the store, and they remodeled the whole store. And I'm like, okay, where's my people at? You know that I love to death, and I know their life stories. But anyway, Friday night, it's tonight, and I'm like thinking I'm going to DJM, so I got some wine, and the lady at the register, she said, "Can I see your ID?" I said, "No, you can't, but like I don't have it on me. My birthday's 9, ... And I was like, and the phone number's in there. I just gave her a 10. I was like, oh, for great service. And then she goes, yeah, but I need to see your ID. And I said, no, you don't. According to California law, you don't have to see my ID. I just told you my birthday. And then she goes, well, according to corporation policies, we have to see your ID because it might be expired. And I
You
said,
sound
okay,
like a
but if I
cop watcher
don't,
with
I
that
know. I was
shit.
like, look at Jill wearing off on her.
don't try me. I swear, I don't. I do not like. So I said,
I know you
to her,
don't
I
mean
said,
to.
Pursuant to
well, I'm not done
section
yet.
308.12, actually.
All right, I don't mean to interrupt. You
Okay.
continue. My bad.
It's okay. I'm almost finished because I try to hurry really fast with you men. Okay, so I said,
That's the way I like it.
okay.
So we. So
Exactly. You guys are so quick and easy. It's ridiculous. Okay.
Okay.
So I said, to her,
I aim to please.
Yes. Okay. So I said, you just ruined everything. But anyway, I said to her, I was like, I just did not show you an ID and it's not expired. I told you my birthday. So if I showed you an ID and it was expired, then you were able to deny, my wine. And then she was like,
Deny my wine.
like her face went, I was like, so
That's a good
yeah.
point.
And she just shut up and she sold it to me. But
That
she
was
just
a good
wanted to
point,
scan
though.
my ID.
Right.
That's all she wanted to do.
Yeah.
She didn't
Just
need
like
to
a
see
cop.
my ID.
She had
She
that
just
ID
wanted
crack.
to be a part of that policy and guidelines and like be all policey. I'm like, you can ask everybody in the store who I am. Like, but there's nobody there that knows me. I'm just saying that because they're all new people. It's pretty wild.
And what difference do it
All
make
right,
if my
now it's time for a sandwich,
I
right?
mean, the thing is,
But
like,
now
for every
I'm like, why the hell did all my friends all like from the grocery store get fired, like, or left? Why did they leave? Like, these people are about to hit retirement. That's messed up. Like, who's this
maybe
new
that
demonic
corporate,
manager over here
yeah, that corporate mentality
that hired all
probably
these
kicked
Karens?
in.
I don't like that.
I have a similar story just to add on to that. And, you can figure out how it's similar or not. I was 28 and I was going into Ross. And the clerk looks at me and she said, would you like the senior special?
Wow.
That stuff just does not happen to me.
And she wasn't trolling. She was, what the fuck?
I think she was feeding into her dark side, into her shadow.
Wild.
Yeah, give it to me. Give me the senior special.
Fucking Snow. I'm listening to what you said. If I had an ID and it was valid at one point and my ID expired, I didn't get younger, motherfucker. It don't matter if it expired. That just means I got older. What are we arguing about?
That's not a valid driver's license, sir. Policy states that I have to see a valid driver's license. I'm afraid that we can't serve you.
Yeah, like, what's your issue?
If you have a complaint, you can call this number.
Call corporate tomorrow.
Like, that's the law's issue. Like, if I get
That's the way Habibi will answer the phone and tell you he would take your complaint. He would take it very seriously.
Oh my gosh, don't do this to me, Denison.
Yeah, you're arguing and discussing
Like
some
all
shit
their
with somebody in India on the other side of the world because you're trying to get a pack of squares in fucking Indiana or something.
Snow, I need you to make me a sandwich.
Snow. Okay, that is.
I thought he was going to pop the question. Phew. It's just a sandwich.
I was just gonna
What, provolone or American?
Keep trying, guy. Keep trying, no guy.
Provolone.
You're gonna get in there.
You got to overtalk him, Shrew.
I generally take the side of service workers, especially the younger ones, because especially in this economy, it's hard enough for them to get their job. They don't want to fuck anything up, even if it's technically against the law, even if it isn't, or not against the law. I mean, like what matters more is making sure their manager isn't a fucking asset to them, because then they don't get their
yeah.
All right.
Suck.
I always
terrible. And I'm gonna
not following. Hold on, wait, Snow. To answer your question, what happened to all your friends is they didn't check people's ID and follow company policy and got fired.
Honestly,
Probably.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They
If
did
they
not
just moved
check
into
my
the
ID
manager
either.
who was known for pumping
No,
numbers
I'll
up,
never
I
show
wouldn't
it.
doubt if they just sacked all the old guys and gals, you know?
Yeah.
Probably cheaper to hire a teenager and abuse them than someone who's paid
That's
someone
what they
who's
do
been
over
there
there
for
now.
30 years.
And Karen, they have
I just don't
parents
wanna
and
be-
teenagers over there. I'm
I just
writing a
don't-
review.
Oh, yeah, do that. That
I'm
shit.
mad now.
I just don't want to be
That's
the
the
person.
law, though. if they have
And
to
now
ask
the
for it.
circle of Karen is complete.
I just don't want to be the person that makes them have a rough day. Like, I just don't want to do that. Especially like to somebody working a minimum wage job. Like,
No, I'm not
life's
going to tell on her. I'm going to say on the manager. What happened to all the
no,
people I
stay
like?
on
Like,
the
I'm going to
floor
start
in
from
the
the top to the
business.
bottom.
No, talk shit and make sure you tag them.
Talk
Yeah,
shit, but
you
you
got
were in the
Karens and
wrong.
teenagers you're abusing.
You can get people fired. You can.
Just know that
I don't wanna
fundamentally,
do
if
that.
you ever doubt yourself, every manager deserves it, okay?
Well, listen. I've even
Cynthia's
called
right.
and said I will write a review on you, and she said, "Go ahead. I don't care."
Ooh, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do
Damn,
it.
The Karen
And it's going to
power
be good
is
for that damn manager at
exponential
that
with
Damn
store.
right. You damn right.
Yeah, you're right. Tag a motherfucker who knows.
You got a
what
bunch
they
of
do.
women talking about. You got a bunch of women
I-
talking about reviews. You're gonna see the Karens multiply now.
Right, everybody hairstyle gonna change.
Yeah.
The
Maybe
Karen
for a
is
better
strong in
marriage.
this one.
Make sure you share
But you
it.
guys,
Don't
like, don't you
Twitter.
see
Don't
that, like,
forget
if
Twitter.
people,
But you're in the wrong, Snow.
how am I wrong?
I don't know about all that shit.
If it's a state law that you got to produce
not a
ID, I know
state
for
law.
cigarettes.
It isn't a state
She
law.
said
I'm
the
looking
state
it up.
law was you got to give your
I
birthday
provided the
produce ID.
state
That's
law
what she
and I
said.
told them the law. Joe,
Oh, okay.
let
I'm
me
looking it
speak.
up in Cali. Like it's up. You don't have to legally provide an ID. It would only be a company thing.
So what I did
Okay.
was I provided them the law and I gave them my birthday. And I said, you can ask anybody here. They know me. And then on Friday nights, I'm always in there buying wine, okay? I'm like getting ready for DJM's show, but she didn't do a show tonight. But she's sick of it. You can imagine why. You know, we need
I
a
could.
palate cleanser.
Yeah.
So I don't blame her, and she doesn't want to be a part of that. So she's
Hold
trying to
on.
change it up.
Good on her.
DJM is the chick that was hanging out with Landry and Illumitami and
Tommy, yeah.
That's my
so
BFF.
I don't care if
love
she's
her.
sick of it, and I think it's stupid because if you're sick of it and you stay around certain people with certain attitudes and you just stay and you don't talk to them about being better, or you don't fucking just leave, you don't have a right to be sick of it. You literally put yourself there.
I have. Okay, OG, I agree with you, but if you understood her personality and like knew
I
who
don't
she was,
care. She has no. We got to be real with
I
people.
know you
She
don't
has
care.
no
but you didn't care
right
about
to be
me
sick of it.
either. You didn't care about me either with that whole thing with
I just
NPC.
I
So
just looked it up, and
I did.
companies do have
I
the
did.
right to be
I did.
stricter than
Hold on, wait.
law.
I did. I
Right on.
did care. I did care.
Not just the right, the requirement.
Wait,
This is
I
how
know-
the sovereign
Wait,
citizen
no
stuff
judgment.
gets spread.
Wait.
Oh,
Hold
shit,
on.
really?
Hold on.
You were quick to throw judgment at me, and I let it happen. I was just like, "Oh my god, well, it's okay." He's new
So
here.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told NPC, because I didn't throw judgment on either one of y'all. I heard what happened. I heard what he said. I heard what he said, and what I gathered is somebody doxed somebody, and he asked for the information. You had the information. You gave it to him. I said you were both wrong for it. And then when my docs got out, guess what? The slimy son of a bitch asked for it too. He's still not. It's not about learning a lesson. I called him out for being a piece of shit.
Okay.
I called him out then. I called him out then for being a piece of shit, and I didn't let him throw you under the bus. So I don't know what you're talking about right now.
But you don't see what happened like behind the scenes. Like I said, he knew Resto's name. He gave it to me. I wrote it down on my green little notebook, which Resto and Kev both have. They know, he gave it to me. Well, I had this in my hand because a mad mystic that's no longer allowed on the internet. And I was looking up some shit on her because she was harassing me on gang stalking groups and doing other malicious, nasty things that you guys don't understand, like on YouTube. And I had it with her, but it's not just me. It was like other people have had it with her too.
Well,
but
the thing is,
anyway,
if you choose to associate. If you choose to associate with those people repeatedly and time again, there is no one that can fix that.
Demons do not leave you alone.
That's why you have to resist. You can ignore them.
It doesn't matter. 3 years later, I mean, you can ask Jackie Fox. I mean, there's so many other women. It's not just me. I was just the one that stuck up for herself.
No, I get what you're saying. I mean, I don't know. I don't trust the award show, but it is what it is. I don't really care.
Either, but hey, I want it.
The simple fact of the matter is, if you stay in the same old bullshit, you can't be mad when the same shit happens. Like.
Are you staying in the same old bullshit? Because I know I'm not.
No, that's why I don't talk to certain people anymore. That's why I don't let certain shit happen. Well, you said I didn't care. It's not that I didn't care. It had nothing to do with me, and it came up when I was around, and I gave my opinion. No, I understood completely. You both had dirty hands, and I maintain that even to this day, regardless of you or him disliking me for it. You both had dirty hands. They were both equally as dirty. He's just a fucking snake. You made a mistake the way I see it, and you don't do that shit that often. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll figure it out in the future. He's a fucking piece of shit snake. You were angry and made a mistake. That's how I see it, and that's literally...
I was angry. I actually didn't care. I was just like, here you go. Here's his old social media account. It wasn't like a big file or anything like that.
Well, the thing is, it's still a.
I did it. I accept it, and I own it. Totally.
Yeah, that's also the difference between you and the fucking snake. He kept trying to fucking put everything off on you.
Yeah, he did. That's why.
No, he didn't want to take any responsibility for it. But I'm gonna bring everybody up since we got that situation dealt with.
Thank you.
No problem.
Man, my sandwich ain't gonna make itself, for real.
Okay, it has turkey, avocados, it has fresh cut pickles, lettuce.
As Sasquatch says, if you work as a manure delivery guy, you can't complain about the smelling bad on your day off.
That's not what I asked for, but that sounds delicious. So thank you, Boo.
So under Iowa law,
under
Iowa law, the distinction is unless you're operating a vehicle or a regulated business where you're required to have a license, like a barber, or a cosmetologist, or hotel manager, you generally fulfill the identification requirements by stating your identifying information truthfully. There's rarely a case that you need a physical plastic card, but that would be like driving. If you're caught in a car behind the wheel, they ask you for a driver's license. You're supposed to display it. Again, not hand it over, but display it, showing the photo ID and the ability to be on the clock during that time.
But that'd be in the public sphere. In the private,
company can have stricter policy.
Right, but it only applies to their members. If you're
it's the opposite.
if you're just a pedestrian and you walk in off the street to a grocery store, you fulfill the requirements by stating your identifying information. The
I don't
store.
know about that part.
I just looked it up,
Absolutely.
and it said companies can make stricter policy than what the law is.
They can make stricter, again, they can make stricter policy, but the policy applies internally. It is administrative to employees, not customers.
It would also be a federal law, because especially if it's dealing with the consumption of alcohol. So
they mandate overtime for all of their employees. They make an internal. They make an internal policy. They make an internal policy that mandates overtime for all employees. That's an internal policy. It cannot apply to customers. The same thing with any of their other. Same thing with any of their other policies. It only applies to those who are licensed.
This is a dumbass.
They gotta have a license to sell liquor. They gotta have a license to sell cigarettes, which falls under the federal.
So they are licensed, and it applies to those who are licensed. The pedestrian walking in off the street.
Oh my God!
Yeah, calm down, please.
This isn't this much worth getting upset about. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's a misunderstanding. There's probably like a difference between states.
Well, reality matters, and it's the exact opposite of what's being stated here. It's state by state. You're required to prove your age, otherwise you don't get alcohol. The lesser of the two is the policy, which is just entering the date of birth. That's the policy. The law has higher requirements than the policy in this case.
Google says yes, stores can legally require you to show a valid government issue photo ID to purchase alcohol, regardless of your age. That's Google's answer.
Of course, and in this case, the policy is just to enter the date of birth. That's all you need to get the cash register to work. But the law actually requires more than that. It requires you to prove your age.
Right. It says in Iowa, the legal name, the address, and the birth date. Those are the three requirements for identifying information. Again, not a plastic card that you have to hand over or show. You just have to provide truthfully the identifying information.
That is to state actors, though, right? Pero, like to cops and shit like that. I totally agree. If
Anybody,
I get arrested,
if I
get it,
who gives the store more authority?
You guys don't talk over each other. The audience does not like that.
Who gives the store more authority than the police? If the police have to have reasonable suspicion to pull that ID, then what gives the store more authority to do so? That's what Dennison is saying. It is not giving them more authority. It lessens their authority to only get the birth date.
All right, like I was saying, with the state and all of that shit, yes, different laws. Here, if I get arrested, I don't have to give a birth date and truthful name. Some places you have to give a middle name. Some states you don't. Different so and so. However, if I go to a Costco, they can have all sorts of shit, because now it's a contract. I'm doing business with them privately. They can say you got to hop on your left leg when you enter the store, and I agree upon entering the shit. If I go there in a regular
Costco,
they can tell me to leave at a whim. We want you out of here. We don't like the way you look. And you got to go at a fucking private business.
I agree. And this is why when they try to question my identification, because I don't carry one, I take my business somewhere else who will accept it as the law says, not through their idiotic, subjective, cognitive dissonance.
I have that too. When they must scan ID, I won't allow them. I'll go to a different store. I don't care if I have to drive miles. I got my standards and shit too. I'm like, no, I'll show it to you. We're running scanning shit. No, motherfucker, no.
Yeah, they want to scan your ID. That's all you want to do is collect data.
Yeah. I was doing it before I was cop watching. I had a lot of dope on me one time. I was out in the suburbs and I was like, look, I was acting all crazy and shit. And they like, we can always call the police. My boy was like, you gonna down this hill, nigga? Ain't you got like 12 grams in your sock to go to this party with? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'm not gonna submit. I'm just gonna leave though.
I just looked up Iowa liquor law. In order to buy liquor, you have to have a unexpired government ID.
Hell in the coffin. Maybe should have did that first.
And again, that's in violation. Let me look it up. That would be in violation of State versus Coleman. false information 719.1a, because that state ID is clarifying that you're a federal, state, or municipal officer or agent.
Lord.
Did Coleman have to
let's not
show
get
his
so
ID
technical.
to a private business, or
Let's
did he have to
simmer
show
it
it to
down a little bit.
government agents?
People are not understanding what you're saying, Wizard.
That-
Can you like put it
That's
down in
Wizard's
layman's terms?
jam. That's his jam,
It
though.
is, it is. But people just hear him screaming. That's what I hear when I'm in chat. And I'm just thinking about everybody in chat right now.
But that goes back to loving people as they are.
State versus Cole or Coleman?
Coleman, 2017.
Coleman. Thank you. I'm trying to see who we had to present to.
And again, that's up to the police.
Yes, but we're talking about a store. It's quite different, private and public. You're talking about two different things.
Right. And make it a crime to knowingly provide false identification information.
I think we're agreeing with that. She's talking about a private business, though. You're giving false equivocations here.
No. Again,
false information is given a wrong name, a wrong birthday.
Correct. And so when I do it without the ID, I still gave the truthful information. You do not have to give the ID. It says information.
No one's disagreeing with you, Perro. We're saying for the state.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I looked up the law in Iowa.
Yes, Chuck. This is Iowa Code 719.1a.
All right.
Is that under the liquor? Is that under buying liquor?
It doesn't matter what you're doing. It says providing false information by Iowa law. This is Iowa Code, not a store policy. So if they're going to demand more than what the code says, they are reaching beyond the code with their policy. They're going beyond the law. That's a Fourth Amendment. That's a Fourth Amendment violation.
Are you saying it's illegal, Perro, for them to ask for your ID?
Yes, it is a Fourth Amendment violation. It is a Fourth Amendment. It is a Fourth Amendment violation to require state ID, because state ID personifies somebody as a federal, state, or municipal officer or agent by definition.
I see your argument. I don't know if it holds yet. Because as a private business owner,
what do you think the court does? What do you think the court does when somebody files a suit against my name? Do you think they demand ID from me before I can go into that court?
Oh my God! I think you're about to drag me off on a whole different path.
They demand identifying information. Yes.
Why do you keep bringing it to the public shit then in order to draw analogies? Right?
Because the private cannot supersede the law. The law says identifying information, not identification card. That means I, as a private individual, as a pedestrian who is not associated with the store nor the government, I am required to get an ID so I can do business with the store.
Well, it doesn't matter, is my argument here. What that store hold on. You hate being interrupted, but you don't mind interrupting. If I have open a store and I say I'm only gonna serve people who come in here with the appropriate dress code, and to me it's shirt and tie or some shit like that. Then if you don't agree to my shit, you can't come in my store. Would you agree with me so far, Perro?
Absolutely.
All right. Now I think you're saying, however, I crossed the line when I say you have to wear a shirt and tie and provide a state ID. Suddenly me saying the word state ID, I've exceeded my jurisdiction or something. Is that what you're saying?
Correct, because you're going beyond the right of private contract by automatically involving a third party that you have no association with and causing a forced contract.
Well, contracts aren't forced, they're agreed upon.
Right. So if you only contract with people that contract with this guy, what is that?
Yes, I'm doing what I want to do. Well, I'm making an agreed upon deal with you. It doesn't matter. I can say anything I want. And if you agree to it, that contract is valid. If I say you want to do business with me.
Is that not discrimination against a man's right to private contract by forcing a public contract?
You're not forcing. Other businesses exist. You're not forcing him to do business with you. You're asking. Right? And if he agrees, there's your contract.
Right. So if I don't have a contract, in order
You
to
walk through my door, you have a contract.
in order to do business with that store,
right?
And they want my money,
right?
And they demand that I have identification showing I have a contract with somebody else before they'll do business with me. You don't see how that identification related to that other person is a forced contract.
I do not, because you could do something just as random as say, I'll only do business if you have a Boy Scout card with you. And that's fair. You can do that. You won't get a lot of business, but you're not breaking no laws or breaking fucking with somebody's rights.
But what you're using now is an insane concept because everybody agrees that they must carry an ID, and that's the problem.
Who agrees? I don't know about that.
Do you carry an ID, Joe?
I drive with an ID. Otherwise, I don't carry one. No.
Yeah. See, I don't do the things. See, everybody asks me what I'm doing about this driving thing. I don't drive anymore. I don't take the opportunity to be forced into a contract with a third party to get behind a wheel of an automobile and take it somewhere I need. So
I have a question.
So I don't do that until I have it figured out. Everybody else is using that ID without figuring out the concept that they're being forced to use an ID to do everything in life, even their life-sustaining necessities, such as obtaining food from people that would be willing to trade for it otherwise if they didn't require the identification system. It's a forced contract.
You assume when everybody, you say everybody doesn't know that they're in a forced. I shouldn't say most, but most people I know, we certainly know it's forced, and we wouldn't pay license insurance, none of that shit if you didn't have the threat of a baseball bat behind me.
Okay, so if we all agree that it's a forced contract already, then why are we stepping into a forced contract in order to enforce a right of a private contract without being forced?
Because
convenience.
Exactly.
Yes, someone's gonna
go along to get along.
Yes,
It's so convenient. It would be very convenient for me to go ahead and get a car and travel around and try to push the system. It would be so convenient for my wife to have somebody else take care of her. So I have certain responsibilities that I have to keep in mind. So in the meantime, I'm making sure that no one is misidentifying her.
I don't know about that last part, but we all make those convenience choices, including you.
Absolutely. It's very inconvenient that we have to depend on a public transportation system and people that are foreigners that can't find us. And so we miss rides and stuff, have to reschedule. It's very inconvenient.
Right. It's inconvenient for you to have to pay them taxes when you buy something at the store and they charge you more than the actual goods are. The state takes a chop of your money. It's inconvenient, but you agree to do it.
Absolutely. To a certain extent.
Same with us driving.
Absolutely.
Did you know that they can't deliver booze on Sunday in California?
I've been in states. I didn't know California was one, but I've been in states where that's a thing.
Iowa, they can't deliver booze or cigarettes.
What?
I remember going across state lines.
Laws, I imagine, that just don't get repealed. Everyone just works around them.
Yeah.
You have it here as well. Like a lot of northeastern states, like you can't even sell hard liquor in grocery stores. They have to legally be distinct. When like some places like Costco just like attach a second store to the side of the building.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that makes sense though.
That's what Walmart did. That's what Walmart did when they added the grocery. It's Walmart grocery. That's why you have two entrances, right?
Yep.
Well, one says grocery and tells you where the grocery section is. It's actually two divided stores. Look, in every Walmart, it's one straight line all the way down, separating to two sides.
I don't drink. I've never even noticed they sell alcohol there. I didn't even notice.
Not every state has it. Not every state implemented a lot of the ones. That
well, that's logical.
But,
right.
You know,
if it's in your state, they would have made two stores. If it's in another place where they can get away with it, why waste the extra bread?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Well, that's like here in this county, they approved liquor sales on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And Casey's, Dollar General, Walmart said, no, we're not selling it on Sundays. And it's their prerogative according to state law.
Yeah,
they don't have to sell
business. Yeah, of course they don't. You can't make them.
That's
I've
right.
had to go across state lines. You know, you be in a state somewhere and the party turned late, and I'm used to being in Chicago where you can do shit at 3 o'clock in the morning, and
24/7, yeah.
motherfuckers be like, no. I'll be like, well, let's just go somewhere else. No, the whole state, Joe. And we had to cross
Closed
state
up.
lines a couple times. Like, gee, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
All of that.
I know I wasn't on that long, but I'm probably just gonna head off. I'm already getting a bit sleepy. It was cool catching up with y'all.
All right, Pepper.
All right, Daryl.
Show back
Be
up.
good,
Nice
y'all.
rapping with you.
Yeah, have a good night.
All right, you do.
That nigga just sound like he could play video games.
Joe, what did that?
No, that's my
Iowa versus
homie.
Coleman.
Does he know if he
What was-
play? I'm sorry, the Coleman was a state thing. I still got to pull it up. Does he play video games? Do you know? He just seemed like I can hear him over a fucking COD headset. You know, in my head it's weird.
Yeah, no, me and him play games together.
He's
my homie.
State versus Coleman refers to several distinct legal cases, most notably a 2020 court appeals regarding a third-degree murder. That can't be the one he was talking about. That's the wrong one, I'm sure. Minnesota court addressed the mental state. That couldn't be it.
Well, he said it was
2020.
Iowa versus Coleman.
All right, thank you. I said state versus Coleman.
And it is the state's regulations for acceptable forms of ID that is what is considered.
And I did not say it was Iowa. I said it was an Iowa case law, state versus
Okay, what year did you say?
2017.
That's what I mean. It's a bunch of state versus Coleman.
Stop trying to tell people what I said, Chuck.
No,
That
I'm saying,
means
wasn't it
technically,
Iowa
without
versus-
reading the case law, but possibly in the state of Iowa, all you have to do is just say, my name is Jim Jones and I was born on March of 1976, and that's it. Boom. You're done.
And I live here.
Yeah.
Legal name, which is first and last name, your address where you live, and your birth date.
But does that change in that law or that lawsuit, does it cover liquor sales?
No,
it would cover all governing ID.
It covers driving. He was pulled over in a traffic stop. You cannot conflate the two. Do you not know how to interpret law, Chuck?
If it's concerning driving only, then it deals strictly with driving. Not
driving
with liquor
while
sales.
barred. It was
Correct.
driving while barred.
And that's why I stated the Iowa Code 719.1A to knowingly provide false information. You are never required, except in driving, to give an ID, because driving is when you are supposed to be licensed. That's why it's called a driver's license. If you're just a pedestrian, you go into that store, you are not licensed. Even though you are making a simple contract agreement, Joe, you are not licensed at that time.
I just looked up Iowa liquor laws concerning sales, and it says something
Concerning
totally different.
sales, okay? And again, you're not going to the original issue is whether you're licensed in sales or not. You're not selling, you're buying. So as a regular customer, as a pedestrian walking in off the street, you are not required to be licensed to buy it. You are only supposed to provide correct, truthful identification information.
It looks like on here, what he was arguing was that they didn't have probable cause. Their probable cause had been satisfied, and the stop should have continued. If they're saying that probable cause should have been satisfied when he gave his identifying information, then I think that's what's about to happen. I just ain't got that far.
Well, it's over in a situation where the cop walks up and says, "Well, one of your plate lights is out," but actually it's not out. It's actually working. Okay, it's just dim.
Right.
Okay, that nullifies his probable cause of having a light bulb out. He's done. He can't ask. He can't ask for that ID anymore.
Right.
Damn, they say that he was conducting random computer checks on license plates. That shit should probably be illegal. Of passing motorists to see if they were stolen or had outstanding warrants. His check of the plate of that vehicle revealed that the female registered owner had a suspended license. When he walk up, it's a man. That should end it. Yes.
Correct.
He could not determine when it was a male or female, and so he pulled the person over and saw that Quinn was driving. To see if Quinn was driving. As he approached the vehicle, it was clear that the driver was male, not female. He did not terminate the stop. Interesting. And he won an appeal. That's dope.
See, he has to in that situation, he had to be required to have a license. He pulled them over because he suspected that they didn't have a license. That gave him probable cause to ask for the license. When he got there and realized, oh, maybe I'm wrong, and if I ask him for a license, I might get in trouble. But I doubt it, because he still went up there and asked for a license. This is the problem. You do not have the authority at the store to ask me for ID. You can ask me for identifying information, which in your policy, again, like Dennison pointed out, only mentioned the birthday.
Wait, I don't think your argument holds anymore. Because he can totally ask for a driver's license. He can ask for pretty much anything he wants. But in no case was he obligated to give him not only a driver's license, he wasn't even obligated to give his name and birth date. So
correct.
I think
because the officer at that point had no probable cause. And that's what I'm saying about the store. They have no probable cause to ask you for identification because it only asks for birth date.
No.
It doesn't apply at a private store, though, Chuck.
Look up liquor sales.
I thought we agreed I
Iowa
can ask for
establishment.
anything. And if I open a business and say it's
Right.
only chicks,
As a matter of fact, I'm a gunsmith and I have an FFL, and so I have the authorization to ask you for your ID so I can make sure you are who you say you are.
That's
and
because the gun is supposed to be registered. That's because the gun, again, is through a forced contract in violation of the Second Amendment, is forced to be registered.
If
Yeah,
that
but
was the case, somebody
didn't
would
take
have
away your
fought it and
rights.
been overturned.
But it didn't take away your rights in order to use your ID to purchase a gun. You still have the obligation to use your rights.
Again, it's not the customer's right to use an ID. That's a forced contract. It's the owner's right to ask for it. I agree. But in this particular situation, the policy does not ask for ID, it asks for a birth date.
What particular situation? Are we talking about Snow's store?
Correct.
Snow said they asked for ID.
Because the young lady said her policy said so. No, your policy requests for a birth date.
How do you know what the policy requested?
And it's very common. The cash register can't determine your age. So when it prompts you and says, did you check ID, or enter the customer's birth date generally. So you either just hit yes that you checked ID, or you put in the customer's birth date to determine whether or not they're older than 21, and then it unlocks the sale.
Right. I imagine that the older people who Snow were used to knew her and relaxed, and they immediately put the birth date in.
Yeah, they just put in whatever birth date.
Whatever birthday, in fact, would have sufficed. But in fact, the policy could have been, or it could have been a new policy, new ownership or whatever. They changed the policy for some reason that you actually look at the idea and all of that. She said, "Hey, old folks who know everybody in the neighborhood, they would have been laxed that fucking policy."
What I was meaning is not what the actual policy is, but what gatekeepers who want to be pains in the ass will do.
Yeah.
And then what they'll do is they claim, well, I can't ring you up. It's not up to me. I have to adhere to the policy. And that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You either have to hit yes, or you have to put in a date of birth. You don't have to check ID.
Right.
I just looked up California law on liquor, and in order to buy liquor at a grocery store, you must provide a valid government ID with such and such, your picture and information.
You talking about California?
Yeah.
Still cool, though.
Yeah, that's incorrect. There's no law in California that requires you to provide ID to buy alcohol.
I'm muting up to make tea.
By all means, cite the law and tell me what it is.
All right, hold on.
Well, so much quiet.
They went in guy mode, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I blame Snow.
Yeah, and then she dipped.
She did this shit and then she dipped out.
Yeah, she's like, ooh, she got real. In the chat I go. I was like, damn, Snow.
Informer.
That's crazy.
I like you boom boom down.
Man, I have been playing the hell out of Marvel Rivals lately.
But why?
Because it's fun. Because it's fun. Why not? That's the question. So what was everybody getting their panties in a wad for?
I don't know.
I'm back working on my studio listening to you guys.
Am I allowed to time somebody out just because I feel like it?
Oh my gosh, who are you gonna time out? Me? Who?
No.
Oh.
I want to say no, but do they deserve it?
I don't want to make that argument. I just feel like it. I don't like them, and I don't like what they said.
Denison, it's always better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
If it's COD, yes.
He told us knife remark.
I don't care. I don't like motherfuckers being douchebags.
No stream for you. Come back one day.
What do y'all want to talk about now? What law are we going to debate about now?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. Because I am all out of topics. And there's nobody up to play Marvel Rivals with.
So Joe, let me ask you. So basically what you're stating is if I go into the store and I don't have an ID, I have the right to opt out, correct? Joe, we lost
That's
Joe.
what I would say.
Okay.
And a private company can't violate your Fourth Amendment.
So you would agree that if I don't want that private company to violate my Fourth Amendment, I too can opt out of the identification program, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
And I would also advocate for a society in which they were held responsible for protecting my Fourth Amendment. I would push it onto them, but we don't live in that society.
Right, and that's why I don't have that ID. Now I can't force it upon them. I force it upon myself. I take the responsibility of not violating that Fourth Amendment by not doing business with those that require that ID. I can't do business with them because I don't have it.
And I did that until I owned a car. And I had these conversations frequently. And basically what would happen is the stores in which I would bring in the policies that, allow me to use to make purchases without providing an ID, when they would take the time to read that and accept it, then I would only frequent those stores. And I would deliberately avoid the ones that would give me a hassle buying without ID.
Bingo. And Cynthia, do you see how familiar that sounds with when I had cancer and I started searching out who I was going to purchase from?
Yeah, I do. Again, I never thought to ask those guys.
I got a guy now. They're so sophisticated in the streets. I got a guy. You go to his crib, and he's got like these big plastic bins, but they're not tall bins. They're short, but they're the same size as the big plastic bins. And he's got all the different strains labeled and everything. It's like going to the dispensary. He's got one for sativas and one for indicas. So it's like, it's really I mean, the streets are sophisticated now. I used to sell weed. I got kicked out the house at least once, maybe more, for selling weed when I was young. And, I sold it for many years, and I was considered a bad guy and got a bunch of arrests for it. And now, everybody's doing it. It's normal and blah, blah. So was I a bad guy, or is it their issue with me? I just didn't obey master. The latter.
You didn't obey master on what they wanted.
Yeah.
Well, some people are legalists, though.
A legalist.
Yeah, some people believe in the principle of the law itself. So even if they disagree with the contents of the law.
Just saying principled law is just like the principles of the law. That's already shattering, right? Because they got nothing to do with each other. I know they're supposed to, but I'm sorry. The principle of the law. What nigga, when the law have become principled? But yeah, I get it. The law is the worst, man. The law is a tool for those with feelings, or those who want to be wealthy and take advantage of people. That's all the law does. It's for sale. The law is bunk.
Presumably, all cops would have to be legalists, but we both know they have no principles whatsoever.
Right, and that's presumably, right? Presumably.
And the only real crime is contempt of cop.
Yes.
Now, granted, if they show up to a murder scene and there's a dude there holding the murder weapon and he's covered in blood, they're going to arrest him. But they're going to arrest him because murder offends them.
I dig it. Like,
not because they're upholding some principle of convicting the murderer,
right. Like,
same thing happens if I roll up on you and I ask for your ID and you tell me to go fuck myself. Right. Well, now no crime has been committed, but I'm still going to cuff you up and take you downtown.
And I'm not going to jail because I didn't present ID, which is what the charge would be. It would be contempt of cop. How dare you not bow? You saw me riding past in my chariot. I am the Duke of so-and-so, and you looked me directly in the eye and didn't bow. And
if I reach for you fast enough that you like lean the other way, or you pull your hand away, that's resistance. That's resisting an officer. And guess what? Resistance is in the obstruction code that my legislation just passed. So now you're obstructing me in my official duties. And if I jump on top of you when we go to the ground, now you just committed assault on an officer. So now you got a resistance, obstruction, and assault on a peace officer.
And a failure
ID on top of it.
Yes. That's the way it works.
America.
Yeah, America. And I think that people who, all right, maybe I'm asking this as a question, that people who pretend they don't see that shit, I think it's just to pretend. I think everyone's logic, nigga, if you found that panel button in StreamYard, your logic would tell you that that's what's going on there, that it is not because of the reasons that they say. It is because of contempt of cop. That's obvious, should be obvious to anyone who can fucking find a StreamYard panel. I think these people are liars and disingenuous. All of them.
I'm a law person, like Dennison said.
You support laws even that you disagree with morally?
I don't know which
How
ones
society runs.
I don't
That's
know.
the question.
Say again, like which one would be one that I can give me an example of what I should do?
How he gonna give you an example of what you think is immoral? You think of laws that you think are immoral.
What do you think about capital punishment?
I mean, I could make it easier than that. She's in Texas.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's illegal for her to smoke dubes.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we smoke dubes.
We smoke together. That's right.
But to be a real legalist, though, Cynthia, you would have to refrain and you would have to report Joe.
Yes, you would have had to boot me out the house.
What am I?
A coward? No, I'm just totally playing. I'm totally playing.
An anarchist.
That's what it is. You're afraid. That's what
You are an anarchist.
The anarchist?
You're afraid. You're fearful. Or some people might call it discernment.
I don't know, guys.
I mean, if Master wouldn't go beat your ass.
I get it. I do. I hear y'all. I applaud y'all. I'm just not, and I'm not saying it's not my fight. Like it doesn't affect me. I'm saying I feel like me, my talents, my resource, my whatever, my genetic law is better than doing other things.
It affects you more than it affects me. It's legal where I am. They could fuck up your whole life if they wanted to.
Oh no. Well, no, not really.
They've got me on that shit. It cost me thousands, man. Fuck with that. On some weed in Texas.
Yeah, you just have to know like the laws. You have to know how much you can maneuver with until you're considered a misdemeanor. At what point, at what weight does it become something differently? Like you got to know those type of things. Like here, you can get caught with a certain amount and it just be a misdemeanor. And then I have
why do you feel you can break that law?
Oh, a misdemeanor can mess up your life, though.
I have attorneys
what if I want to go out and shoot Joe?
See, that's what I was saying. Like y'all are gonna start maneuvering through. So I was asking.
No. It's pretty black and white.
6th offense possession, all of them misdemeanors.
Yeah. So as far as that's what I do, it's just a risk that I take. So if you like, I just went through you, I studied it. I know how much I can maneuver with. So if you wanted to go and do something like that to Joe, as long as you studied it and
know how to maneuver
it the best way and make it then go for it. You know what I mean?
All right,
that was actually a really good answer.
You know what I mean?
That was a really good answer, actually.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, you know,
I'm gonna make it legal.
Right. You know, he came after me, invited me over for coffee, turned over the table. He came into my house first time he's ever been over. He started flipping furniture. Look, he's got a gun. You know, make it look good. Yeah,
that's right. That's why I always carry an extra.
Right.
And
with the serial number rubbed out.
The serial number rubbed out.
Man, guys, the way they maneuver in my old apartments, like literally outside of the gate, a couple of weeks ago, there was a shootout in the parking in the street, and somebody got hit, and the guy left. But within 2 hours, he was caught. Like
hold on one second. I don't know if y'all noticed. I just set up a goal. It is 5 super chats of any color over the next 15 minutes to continue. If we don't reach that, I'm going to end it after that 15 minutes. Go ahead, Miss Cynthia.
Yeah, just it's insane now how we're like y'all want to talk about you're not going to have a license because you're not going to be part of the system. Like you step foot outside of your house, you're already in the system. Like you're on every camera. You get into a car, you're on every camera, on cameras that by the house you're driving by. the business here in Texas, all businesses have to have cameras now.
I don't think they have to. I think that's to do with like the facial recognition. Like look at Walmart, right? Yeah, but look at the level.
Cynthia, I think that law got shot down too. I think there was such a law.
I think most people.
Trig owned a funeral home, and he had like the Dallas came out and told him you have to have cameras now. You have to have them.
Well, I think it depends on what type of job, because I'm in Texas, and like because I deal with firearms, I have to have some type of cameras or systems within my house so I can be able to watch somebody.
I was talking in business, not in houses, but yeah, I mean that's
this is I have a business. It's a LLC. It's an actual business. It's just ran in my house.
Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, a funeral home had to have a camera. Now, are they working or not? That's that could be maneuvered around, but yeah, it's like they're hunkering down here. And like I said, I live in a smart apartment now. I don't even have a key. So they're going to be able to know when I opened up that door, when I closed that door. You left at such time.
Yeah, see, smart homes and stuff are the devil. When I was in college for electrical engineering, my teacher showed and proved a point that anything connected to the internet is hackable. Like they have smart toilets for old people to sit on to know, like if they fall off and not. And there's just things that I don't think should be connected to the internet. Like nobody should know your poop schedule unless you're using it to maliciously send them as a prank.
Cynthia, Google says that in Texas, and I looked up for other states, apparently they don't have such a thing. In Texas is the first one. No, first of all, not all businesses are required. However, camera requirements are generally limited to high-risk sectors, nightclubs, bars, game rooms, convenience stores, and in cities like Houston. So
maybe it's because he was a funeral home.
And it depends on his location, because if he's not in a tight location like Houston, he could have got
Boulevard, if that tells you anything.
Yeah, because like I live in a small town, like less than 1,000 people, so like technically I don't need cameras, but I just do it because if somebody do something, take a gun, I have the picture, face, and everything.
Yeah,
I think the small towns are better because they don't have to have cameras like the license plate readers and all of that.
They're only better if you live there, though.
But they have the town.
Hey, we got downsides too, though. I mean, like there's a small town not far from me where all the law enforcement there are pretty crooked. Now they kind of doing a little bit better, but yeah, that town, I mean, they've been crooked and caught with a lot of stuff.
My parents live in a town that's 703 people.
See,
that's about my size. Yeah, that's about my size.
That's my size. I loved it.
I love it.
Wow.
Hey, man, it does different. It feels so different being out there than it does being here in Dallas.
I imagine everybody has big plots of land if there's only 700 people there. Next neighbor is not right next door to you.
Bro, their dogs walk in the streets. The neighbors will roll down the window and yell at the dog and tell the dog to get home.
All right.
Yeah, I'm about 200 feet away from my neighbors, and my property go behind my neighbor's property and around the neighbor's house.
Right. Yeah, I've seen that where it's nothing but dirt roads. Where I was in Colorado, there's nothing but dirt roads, and you might have to stop because cows are crossing the street or something. And I thought it was the greatest shit in the world. I was like thrilled every time. I'm taking video, but that's far out there. It was 20 minutes ride at 65 miles an hour just to go to get cigars to the nearest town.
Yeah, much more rural.
Yeah, like it's about the biggest town next to me is probably about an hour away, Abilene or Weatherford.
Abilene, that Texas came out when you said Abilene, bro.
Yeah, I grew up in Waco, so
okay, Abilene.
Yeah, I'm a country little person.
Dig it.
I wrangle bulls and cattle every day.
I didn't realize Texas was country until I started going there. You know, you think country, you think Kentucky or some shit, man. And certain parts of Indiana, I think, can be considered country, or you know, some places, you know, are country. I never even thought of that shit.
Yeah, once you get towards like where I live and going out west towards Midland, it's nothing but flatland and cattle out here, and cottontails. But yeah.
I'm telling you, I got some really shitty cops.
My first pony, the owners came from Midland, Texas, and bought my pony, and I always hated that town because of that.
You say my first pony?
Yeah, red.
How much money you had, motherfucker? Got?
It was just a little. It was a little Shetland pony.
That's yeah, little Benz, little Mercedes. It was all please. It was just the
ponies aren't that much. Like ponies, no.
A pony, niggas. That shit you see on TV. I want a pony.
Had horses. Everybody had horses,
and they are not cheap.
You're right. Everybody got horses out there in Colorado.
One of my horses was free.
We used to have them
but he
jump
wasn't
the
cheap
gate.
to take care of. They're not cheap to take care of, but it was free.
Oh hell no!
All right, and like they gotta like keep putting water. Their property is so big, they gotta have water troughs set up because you can't even see from one side to the other. You never know what the animals are, and they out there with those fucking little SUV 4-wheel drive thingies, filling up their water things, and it's work, bro. And you go days, if not weeks. The property is so big before the horses make it back over to our side. That's crazy, yo. I'd be like, they get rid of horses now. They're just so fucking far away.
That's how my boss's property is. I can't say what the name is, but there's some billionaires in Texas, and they got some huge property, and it's ridiculous. I ride it nonstop. It's none. They
had to put up a electric gate. Actually, it was already electric, but it hadn't worked in years. But I was feeding the horses, and you know, so geeked that they found out where I live, and they would come to my bedroom window every morning, the horses, and they had to go get their horses every day. They had to refix the fence so the horses couldn't come over to my crib. Every day there was a horse sticking his head in my bedroom window. And I'm from the city. I thought it was the most incredible shit in the world.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
Try changing in your bedroom, and then as soon as you turn your shoulder, you realize you got a cow sticking their head through the window.
Wake your ass up, Joe. I'm hungry.
Clank, clank, clank. You hear me out here over that fucking
snorting and sniffing, looks like snot coming out their nose when they breathe.
We only have 5 minutes on that goal. If you guys are enjoying the show, it's, I believe, 5 super chats of any color for an extension. If not, I'm going to bounce when that is over.
And I'm going to head out anyway. I'm going to go play some poker. So be blessed. Thanks for having me out.
Yeah, I was finna cut. I just didn't want to fuck up OG's griff. I wanted to give him his whole 15, but I'm finna cut out too.
I was gonna. I see flows. I was gonna go see. Like, does anybody know what Grace did? Did Grace do anything recently? Did something going on there?
I have no idea. Actually, you know what? you know, never mind. Fuck that goal. Extension over. Thank you all for coming. I am tired. I gotta go to the store anyway. Thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Any final thoughts from anybody?
Nah. Appreciate for letting me come up, bud.
No problem, Craig Baby. I appreciate you coming up. Thank you for coming, Joe. Thank you for coming, Dennison. All right, everybody. Thank you for spending this time with me. I got us a place we can go. I didn't know Flo or Kev was going live when I set this up, but I don't feel like changing it. Kev will be live, I think, in 30 minutes, and Flo will be live in 20. So thank you all for coming and spending time with me. I appreciate you guys. Much love. I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day. Y'all have a wonderful time. I will see y'all later. When I send you where I send you, tell them I sent you. Thank you, guys.